Welcome, Fish. All right. Good evening.
We're bringing the energy.
Good evening, Gecko.
We're going to be energetic this evening. That's for fucking sure. One way or the other, right? We're going to get it done.
Hell yeah.
These
Hell
trying
yeah.
times of the futures. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, my bet, honestly, just look at the order flow is I think we get a little bit of a fake out. I think with futures turn red tonight, and then we get a little bit of a pump tomorrow, and then the whole week's gonna be red. It's gonna be bad around Nvidia earnings. Unless because they have to, if they don't just super perform, it's gonna stay flat or it's gonna go down. And I don't think it's going to do that in terms of like overperforming. I mean, it's really got to beat earnings for it to move the market. I mean, it's just it passed into the $5 trillion market cap now. I mean, they can only pull so many cats out of the bag, right? So I'm expecting. I think the week after is going to be green, but I think right now we're going to have a little bit of a red week coming up.
Friday was at OPEX, and everything kind of, usually it seemed like everything sort of kind of dies down, especially in that last hour, trying to cut off a certain level of options or whatnot. All I watch is Ondas for the most part, except what comes out in some calls just out of curiosity and little small side stuff. But yeah, there was a whole lot of 1050 calls that did not work out on, or didn't look like they were going to work out at the last minute, on Ondas, but those $11 calls certainly got cooked, sometime around 11 a.m. Friday, and just sort of stayed that way. It's almost like you could feel there was no way some momentum was going to build up with all the volume, pure volume and whatnot playing in the market on a OPEX Friday,
That's everything, that's all risk on assets on. I noticed on Friday was just kind of a red / nothing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. OPEX is always a crazy day, man. I try not to trade too much on OPEX. I really do.
Yeah.
So I want to touch on one thing here, and guys, I think we're overlooking something with Nvidia, and I think it could be something relatively big,
right?
Depending on the timing, right? So macro, we've got Trump and Xi that just met. Some things got done. Realistically, not a lot got done, right? While Trump was over there, I found it interesting that at one point he was saying that China was ahead of Nvidia, that it was actually when he was on Air Force One. He was saying that they had chips that were better than the H200s, but they'll take the H200s. It's okay, right? So he's like downplaying Nvidia. Now, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but this is like these are the wild cards that other markets don't really give us. I call this the Trump market, right? Because literally his tweets, his posts can move the markets. So let's just say it's 2 hours before the bell of Nvidia's closing, and all of a sudden there's some post about, hey, Nvidia, it's something with China or Trump. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Yeah, I mean, there can be a rug pull or reverse rug pull out of nowhere. It just all it takes is one tweet to just send something absolutely ballistic. So I'm definitely going to be holding on to some of my calls that I still have for like semiconductor stuff, just because I have it expiring the week after. I do really think we're going to get a nice little run. But this week, I mean, I think that you're going to be able to find some good value and snipe some really cheap calls for a potential pump the following week. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Just looking at some of the option sentiment, this was from Friday. I was seeing bullish flow for tomorrow, but then a lot of bearish flow on semis for the rest of the week, which makes sense with that $50 million short that we received. But yeah, we'll have to see. What's the guppy saying? What's the guppy got for the futures?
Today I did not ask him. I took him to the zoo. I took him to the zoo. He had a big day, man. He saw some panda bears and some lions and tigers. He did see a sloth bear. So if I asked him, he would probably say bearish. You know how he is.
I mean, smart guppy.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to wake him up, honestly.
Right? Yeah, yeah. That or a slow day.
Right.
Yeah.
He is finally learning. By the way,
there's that risk there.
He is learning to say bearish if he thinks it's going to be bullish and bearish. So to me, if he says bearish, then it's like, hey guys, flat. Don't expect too much.
You should have
Is the
submit to
guppy
Michael
calling?
Murray. You have a guest come in? You
No,
see
it's
that?
the-
Just a
it's
phone
the-
call?
Sorry about that. I was
guppy
just
calling.
coming in
Yeah.
to look at.
That's got to be a new feature that we have. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, I did for real.
It'd be awesome. That'd be great.
No, I was just going in and open up the broker here to look up any charts if something came up. But on the Nvidia thing, I wonder too. You know, wasn't long ago. I don't know when, but uh 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 Lutnick, you know, was talking about how we were just sending China, nothing good about anything it was almost like, wow, the Chinese are now going to be turning around. So what's the big deal? Why do we even want the worst? I wonder if that's just not some, nothing is as it seems is what I want to say, but, there's definitely going to be some sort of influence or or actions that are going to move markets for sure. I wonder if that's sort of not trying to uh, trying to dress Nvidia down a little bit to for the Chinese to save face. I tell you, when bringing up the China thing too, um, I gotta wonder. I saw Scott Bessent talking, and he's talking about China's got to open up, and it's maybe I'm reading things wrong and don't understand some of the what little, and I'm not an expert on China, but Chinese cultural you know mores and some of the things that are unique to them, but that's not exactly what you want to be saying. Oh yeah, I've opened myself up. It's just got so many bad connotations. Um, just to sort of end up, more or less. I don't want to be crude, but get screwed again. By the West, and it just sort of sets up this whole the other side, the competitiveness that's on evidently now a existential level kind of thing, rather than just what we've been sold for most of our lifetimes as a competitive, progression of capitalism. So anyway, I kind of wish that would stop. I'm not sure how it's being really taken. At least to my ear, it sounds a little tone deaf. It's just not ringing like it ought to. If they're really trying to bring down confrontation and because anything can happen when they're really just sort of saber rattling. That's the term I'm thinking about with so much going on geopolitically. But that's not to discount the point though that if Nvidia is the golden boy. It's the market mover of market movers. Everything's riding on the whole AI deal, and all that's riding on the best chips. So anyway,
Yeah, man. I mean, you got people. China wants an end to.
yeah, you're looking up, you're rolling on the China deal. But anyway, sorry.
But I was just saying, I mean, China wants an end to this as well, right? I mean, they're hurting from what's going on in the Strait of Hormuz. I don't believe they have similar oil reserves, and obviously they're hurting from this inflation as well. So you got to think that they are at least trying to get Iran to the table in some respect, but in a way that at least saves face for Iran and China, because China obviously doesn't want to take any sort of brunt in this or go out of their way, bend over backward to get some sort of deal done that hurts them, right? So I think, I mean, at some point we're going to hear an end to it. We're going to get oil futures just absolutely crashing. So I guess I'd be careful with some gas stocks. I know I have like petroleum, the Oxy ticker that I called out from some of the trader data and usual flow that's been just going absolutely berserk. But if we hear anything, I mean, that's going to go from 60 to like 55 in a day probably. So it's definitely dangerous.
I think Berkshire just got out of Oxy.
Did they?
I think if I'm not mistaken,
they sold
but that's with their change in leadership as well. So take that along with the fact that they exited.
I want to see.
I believe. I could be mistaken, but I believe I read that.
Do you remember if it was this week or was it last week? Maybe it was last week. I forget when I called it on an after hour. Okay, must have been the week before that. Yeah, there was just like some solid bets coming in, and we had like some calls closing, but they were pretty high strike. And there was anytime I'm seeing like calls come in and their strikes are higher than what the current ask is of the stock, and it's a large amount of premium. That's when I get very excited because obviously someone's making a bet on something very out of the money. But yeah, there was a bunch of stuff coming in on Oxy with just calls opening. What was this? May 6th? Oh, my birthday. Okay. And Oxy obviously ran. Same with what was XOM as well. But let's see what Oxy was doing. So you want to take into account as well when you're looking at these two where let me do XOM, like your call and put walls just for like resistance and potential take profit. And I believe Oxy's was around that $60 mark, which it just crossed into overnight. But also, I mean, just look at the call and put volume here on Oxy. Like obviously people are pricing in oil going up for sure. Just seeing, I mean, 8.5 times the calls and it's already been running. That's ridiculous. So that just immediately sparks my interest. But yeah, wow, we are right up at that call gamma line. So I would say it's a pretty good time to take profit on Oxy, which makes sense for Berkshire, just based on previous resistance to the call gamma line being around 60. Mm-hmm. But I like it at 53. Sorry, I went on a ramble there. What are we not talking about?
Dude, you're good. You're good, dude. I looked at my wife. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this podcast thing tonight." She was like, "Cool, have fun." And I was like, "Awesome, I'm gonna eat some candies." And she was like, "Great, have fun." And I was like, "Sweet." So I'm just here. I'm chilling, man. Let's do it. Somebody somebody asked about space stocks, and that's something that I did want to bring up. I think it's a super, super smart idea. I signaled this myself on Friday. I think it's definitely time to be buying space stocks. You got SpaceX that's supposed to drop their prospectus. I think next week or the following week or something like that. So you want space stocks definitely before retail starts getting into it. I mean, big money's probably most likely already in them. You would imagine. But I know that I want to be in them before SpaceX. Look, Rocket Lab. It's wonderful. I had it when it was $8. I'm an idiot, and guess what? I made 32%, guys. Yeah. So don't be me. Hold your stocks.
Yeah.
But I'm not jumping into Rocket Lab for this. But something like Sidu, yeah, I would jump in, and I did. I bought on 428. I bought some $4 calls, and those are already up 52%. That was for 11, 20, 26. And then I've got just Friday, I think it was. I bought 200 shares of Sidu. I just want to sit. I want to let it sit and chill, and let it be there, and let me sell at the peak on IPO day of SpaceX.
Look at Rocket Lab though; it's looking like Micron here. It's just I can't touch the 10-foot pole right now. Even the space team. I mean, I need to see a gap fill. I mean, look at the chart. Like we are full moon. We are way above the cold gamma line as well. Like I don't even like the put gamma line for a bounce. I want to see something at like near 100, man. Like this is crazy. This is absolutely we're 100% above the 200-day SMA. Like, and we're overbought, but I guess not as overbought as I thought we'd be, or I thought we'd be more overbought. Excuse me. But yeah, man, this is. Congrats if you got in, but I can't. Yeah, I'm not touching this right now. It's just way too hot.
Dude, I had this at $8. $8 Oh my god, kills me.
$8? I think I hit it at 40. I got out like 65, 70, and I was happy with that. But yeah, this is. I mean, I had a Palantir at 35.
Dude, I sold Palantir at 22.
Oh my god! Okay,
cost basis of 8.
This guy, you're the go to finding the undervalued stocks, though, especially the pennies. That's your thing.
Yeah, man.
I'm curious what Rocket Lab's at right now after hours. I mean, I everything I pulled up was red so far, aside from Oxy. Oh wow, yeah, Rocket Lab's down 4% pre-market, which is probably expected.
One thing that I've learned is, don't get too excited over the overnight trading prices. 4 a.m. hits, they change. 7 a.m. hits, they change. 9:30,
Yeah.
the report's totally different.
I've been seeing when I'm trading futures a lot, like I'm looking at the overnight charts and I swear like all the action is happening in the London session. We're all looking, it just made some absolutely crazy, like 200-300 point move in London. And then New York, it's just bouncing between like 100 points. And this is before we just were in this like, super big all-time high rally. But right in like March, man, it was just absolutely ridiculous in London. And then I get onto it. I'm actually trading. I can't catch a trade because it's barely moving and not hitting any key levels. Like, this is just,
When I trade futures, I try to only trade Asia. That's what I do, man. That's like pretty much
just
it. I
so
might trade a
hard.
little bit of London. I rarely trade NYSE. Rarely. I'll sit there and I'll call it out with people in the kingdom, and you'd say, hey guys, I see this, and maybe this is going to happen. I don't know, but I don't know. It's not my jam, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried a little bit of Asia session, but it just like barely moves. It's like a drip. You're getting drip fed, which isn't a bad thing. And usually, I feel like it does kind of move like in a nice fashion. And there are actual technicals it respects, but it just trades so slow that and I like to be right in front of the chart. Watching, just seeing what price action is doing, looking for like the emotional moves. With Asian, you're just like it's just like such low volume. At least on NQ when I'm trading, I'm like, oh my god.
You got to know which candles. You got to know which candles to be on.
That's true.
Right?
That's true. I'm like a 5 minute. I'm 5 minute. Every die with a 5 minute. And
Oh no. I mean, like, do I trade the 8 o'clock candle? Do I trade the 8:10 candle? Do I trade the 9:30 candle? You know what I mean? There's various candles, and I'm a scalp. When I trade futures, I scalp, dude. That's.
And Laura said it perfectly. Low volume Asia session, but more predictable.
Correct.
Moving.
Correct, which is what I love.
London, you see the manipulation, and then New York's just been crazy.
Which I'm glad you brought that up.
So hey, how about
if you trade small caps between 4 and 7, be careful, because that London manipulation, they love to take advantage between 4 and 7.
I believe it because I'll see that you posted some sort of small cap thing at like 4 a.m, and then by the time I've woke up like 3 hours later, it's completely different. I was like,
and like I post with my position card,
Well,
like I posted my position card. You guys see my entry, you see where I call it, and then it's like, hey, it did go all the way up here, and then it went all the way down here.
That's how it works. I mean, if you
that's why you're scalping.
Exactly.
That's why you're scalping.
Hey, what about Satellogic? Saddle SATL.
Man, you know what? I was
Satellogic. That's the one you told me a while back, and it's running strong, man.
Yeah, I was an idiot too. I was an idiot and took profit because I was smart. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
No.
Right.
No. I mean, I made good money on it, and you have to know when to follow your trading plan. If you don't, I'm a firm believer. If you trade without a trading plan, then you have no plan to trade, and you should.
I'm with you. You're right. You're right.
We got 11 times more calls and puts, at least on the strikes I'm looking at.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got a busted free ballers cracking me up in the comments. This motherfucker. He said Frisch provides receipts. LOL.
I kept looking over. I kept seeing him say something, and it was making me laugh. I tried to like lock in. I did like the little face sweep, and I was just it'd be a funny clip because I just saw something earlier about I don't know what it was. Something about his nail salon or something. I was just like, this is crazy. I saw him corner my eye and just started laughing.
I'm sorry. I'm telling you.
Hey, how does that look on the chart?
What was that? You broke
how does side of space looking on the chart?
I got the SATL up right now, and
I'm wondering how similar it is. It is to the
SATL. I was real quick while we got this up. I sold because I thought it was going to have a pullback, which it did, and then I just didn't get back in, which I'm an idiot. I'm still a big believer that this has a ton of room up. All you guys have to do is look into ownership. Look into who owns large positions of this company. And what I'm going to tell you is
Right.
now, this is an opinion, not a fact, but I'm a firm fucking believer that if you scratch Donald Trump's back, he scratches yours. All right. You have Steve Mnuchin, which is the former Treasury Secretary from the last term. You have Howard Lutnick, who is the current Commerce Secretary. They're both heavily invested in SatL. Those guys, they don't usually lose money. That's all I'm going to say.
They know. I mean, and look at the chart too. Like I'm really liking how healthy it's looking. You just have a nice spree of higher highs and higher lows. I don't really see much break of structure. And then we have super strong volume on this like continuation up. I mean, I think you could probably look for something around that 8 EMA, around like 850. But if it does pull back even like halfway there, I mean, you could actually buy some calls around there. Like, it does look pretty good. We are skyrocketing above the 200-day SMA, but I don't really take that into account when I'm looking at it, because we're just looking at trend continuation. And if this is a space stock, we're about to get the SpaceX IPO, that's going to be in the news. That's going to be trending. That's probably going to be going up. I mean, that call to put volume was absolutely ridiculous, right? It was 11x the calls. And you'd think if it's this overextended, that you'd have a lot of puts coming in, right? For some sort of reversal. But no, it's full call. Full bull. So I'm actually curious what this one's doing overnight as well. But I'm gonna add this to the watch list. Take a look. See, I'm gonna actually look at option activity too. See what's going on with it.
Tell you what, let's pull up Yahoo Finance right now.
Yahoo Finance. I mean, it's like at 970 or something overnight. Like it's half 7 today. It's fine.
What is it?
Let's see. SATL.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying something about it.
Oh no, I was just looking at. I was going to check to see if there was any like institutional activity. Typically, with this institutional activity, at least on TraderDaddy, it's mainly for like mid/large cap. Like sometimes I'll see some Ondas stuff come through and things like that with high volume. But otherwise, it's mainly institutions are trading things that are a little bit more consistent. Yeah, I don't see like any in here. Let's see. I need some with lower scores.
The SatL is $9.71 overnight, down 1.3%. So
I'm seeing like no major flow for it. I'm sure institutions are involved, but yeah, not seeing anything there. Thanks.
Well, you got to remember, Lutnick was shit. Why is the name escaping me? Oh my god, who was Lutnick the head of? Cantor Fitzgerald. Yeah. Howard Lutnick was the head of Cantor Fitzgerald. He was like the CEO or something. So again, those guys don't usually invest tons of money and lose.
Is this Newfish right here with the 65K in the side? You call it $4 strike calls?
How did you know?
What you said, right?
How did you know?
They're tracking you as a whale on here. You're an institution. They got you pegged.
It was pocket change. What can I say, man? It didn't get the real alert, right?
Just a little bit, month or two out, 65K, nothing. All right, we're not sweating that.
I need vacation money. Come on.
Absolutely. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That I didn't realize how that opened up at like 335 or something Friday, and that just shot up 10%. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. It's impressive.
It's
Oklahoma. Oh yeah, Oklahoma burned me. I think I've given out like probably 12-ish signals over the last 2 weeks on like after hour for TraderDaddy, and Oklahoma was one of the ones that burned me. I was actually up on him, but didn't close him fast enough, and then it just fell off the face of the earth. It was a nothing burger at earnings, and it didn't recover after. I think Oklahoma was trading at like 60 something. And I was noticing that trend across the nuclear sector because I'm really bullish on CEG right now, which is a much more established nuclear power company. And that's been falling off too. And there was a reason for why. I just can't remember off the top of my head, but I think Alloy on After Hour posted something that had to do with nuclear today. That did explain it very nicely. I should remember what he said.
I'm going to put this one in the chat for you, for everyone else. Mr. Shorty has talked about this one. AMFN. It's dirt cheap right now. You're gonna love the price. You're gonna say, "What the fuck, fish?" I'm up 150%, so percentages matter, right? I'm up for 150% in not that long of a time. This is something that is a YOLO that could really, really, really take off. So it's not available on Robinhood or Webull. It is available on Fidelity and Schwab, and I think IBKR. But I just encourage everyone to do your own research on it. That's as far as I'm going to go. But this is something that could really, really, really end up being huge.
It's so tiny. I don't even have any.
You don't have anything on it? I told you 15 cents, baby.
It's empty.
You're gonna love
I mean, I have a Schwab account for some of my HSA self-directed brokerage stuff, so maybe I'll take a little gander over there, see what happens. I'm assuming no options, Shane.
YOLO a little bit. That's what I did, and I was like, and then I just looked the other day, and I was like, wait, I've had this for like, I think 2 months, and I'm up 150%. Like, what? Okay, sure. Let's add more.
A couple grand into a couple million. Just off a move. Bring this one up to next.
Theoretically,
Hey,
you never know what can happen. So why not take the YOLO?
I'm writing this one down. We're gonna do an experiment tomorrow morning.
All right,
we're gonna do an experiment. We're shooting for 12-cent entry. And,
I love it.
Yes, sir. Let's see what happens.
Hey,
what's up?
I tell you, when Mr. Shorty has something, I pay attention to it.
Damn right.
He's got he's got a record stands up with anyone's.
Absolutely,
for sure.
The man's reputation speaks for itself. So
you don't short Shorty.
Hey, you're damn right.
He's come off way too many.
Yeah,
that's how you get burned.
I had to give him a shout out on After Hours on Friday on this one. I was surprised. I was absolutely surprised.
He's been fantastic.
Man, I missed that one. I missed that one in the catch up. I didn't do a good job on that, man. Sometimes there's so much coming down the pike, it's hard to keep track of all of it. But
that's so
yeah. Yeah, he's got a long list of good picks. Durable picks,
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, what about this ASST? You want to pull that up?
I was looking at that one for a second. Because I swear I saw it somewhere. Maybe it was on the flow. Maybe it was on After Hour, or maybe it's just because I was thinking ASTS, but
right.
I've heard of this somewhere. Strive.
So I picked up 100 shares.
Yeah,
I picked up 100 shares Friday for no other reason other than a buddy of mine works for this company and was able to ring the fucking bell at NASDAQ on Friday. I think that's pretty fucking cool. And
yeah, that was Trollstein, wasn't it?
That's Trollstein. Yeah, that's
Trollstein, right?
Yep.
That's where I heard it. Okay, yeah. I was like, oh, yeah. I saw that post. That was so
remarkable.
Yep. So he's a really, really intelligent person. He's a good person. He taught me a ton. He's a no bullshit guy, and if he believes in something, I believe in him. So I picked it up because of that reason. Then I looked at the chart and I was like, holy fuck! You know what? This is actually at a good buy price right now. If you look at the RSI and the MACDs, it looks like we're getting ready to flip bullish on it. So then I'm thinking to myself, let me go ahead and look at this options chain. And I started looking at, what was it? I think the 17s or the 18s, or no, 17s and the $20 strikes for January of 2027 and then also January of 2028. And they were looking pretty decent to me. Thinking I might take a peek at them, wait to see what it does. And if the market does come down this week and that comes down with it, I might go ahead and pick up a call or pick up a lead.
I'm liking the look at the chart. The 3-month is just looking really solid for like bullish continuation. Looks like short interest has been dropping as well, which is great to see. With just it going up, you'd think short interest might climb a bit, but it's actually the lowest it's been since March. You got insiders purchasing more. Looks like it was a slight earnings miss, but I mean, I think they might have. Oh no, I was checking to say they flipped profitable. Looks like there was a slight miss. Quarterly financials might have brought down a bit, but I mean, it looks pretty good from just, I guess, from like an institutional perspective. like, with on this, when that's ripping, you're seeing short interest climb to the ceiling. It's a horrible feeling. So there's not enough, volume from retail to actually be able to get into like a short squeeze. But with this one, it just looks pretty healthy. Volume obviously looks a bit low. The chart looks a little sad for volume, but looking at it just on a different chart, just zooming out, yeah, it looks really nice. I'll have to check options on this one too.
Yeah, man, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Thank you.
And Stripe, what does Stripe do? I feel like I've heard of that company. Maybe I'm thinking Stripe, which is like the credit like payment firm for a lot of stuff. But
Stripe's Bitcoin, right?
Yes, it's
Stripe's doing micro strategy.
wrong account. Let me pull up this other account. You asked me what they do. I like to read it for you because I'm too much of an Eli 5 guy.
Yeah.
I mean, blah 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 blah. Here you go. Strive engages in the provision of an asset management Bitcoin treasury. It is focused on maximizing value for shareholders, accumulating Bitcoin and outperforming Bitcoin over the long run. The company was founded by blah 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 and blah 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 in 2022, headquartered in Dallas, Texas. Blah blah blah. So, yeah, you're just you're looking at another Bitcoin play.
Yeah, I was really excited about Coinbase.
But Vivek Ramaswamy is a part of that.
What's that?
I said Vivek Ramaswamy, one of the guys that ran for president.
He is. I think
he's an investor in that or on the board or something.
I think he owns 8% of the company.
Yeah.
Vivek is a pretty good investor. So, again,
what's Tom Lee saying? I haven't heard anything from Tom Lee in the last like 6 months, because before it's everyone Tom Lee, S&P 7,500, all this, and then I swear he set up the BMNR, and I haven't heard from about him since. What's going on?
That's a good point. I haven't seen anything from Tom in a while, man.
He was everywhere. Everyone's like, Tom Lee, he's like the messiah of trading. It's just like predicting where the market's going to go. And then we had the sell-off, and then the war. Then I'm just like, okay, I haven't heard from Tom Lee in forever. Yeah,
I think he's still been pretty right on the spot.
Oh, really?
I guess yeah. I think Tom Lee been pretty correct. But yeah, I was wondering myself. It's definitely been a lack of, he hasn't been as ubiquitous here lately. It's been several weeks since I've actually seen him on, anything regular, but, yeah, except for that Bitcoin play, which is actually slogging its way back right now, up around 80, I guess. So yeah, all of those plays are starting to gain a little ground on the Strive. I had it before the reverse split, and it was a lesson and unrealized gains for damn sure. Because yeah, it took a dive, and anyway, there's just it was a trade that went bad for me there. I should have got out and took some profits, or at least taken something off the table, but that has since been, and that money was then put into Copen, so it's been recovered. So I do keep an eye on Strive because of mainly the Vivek sort of the who's involved with it question, or angle, So
yeah, no, he's a
I don't want to say investor. I had a bad trade with it, but I won't say anything bad about the company. But
no, I hear you. I've got stocks. Treasury. I've got stocks that are. Hey, you know what? You guys trade them. You guys make a fuck ton of money on it. That's great. They're no trade stocks for me. You know what I mean? That's just what it is.
Right.
I won't mention because it doesn't matter. It's just it's not about facts. It's just I have not had success with these particular stocks. Therefore, they don't work for me. And at this point, it's got nothing to do with the charts. It's all about the 6 inches of brain matter. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah. Hey, it's still no. It's no small feat though that Trollstein up there with the company involved in that. Actually ringing a bell. That's pretty strong.
I gotta say, something going on with it this week. I was checking for earnings, but I was looking at just the options chain, and there was a large amount of unusual activity on the 20 strike calls for this week. There was 3,000 opened, and there's an open interest of 6,000 others. So
this week,
for this week, and there's very, very small volume for calls outside of that. I'm seeing like less than 100 for most strikes, less than like 10 or 15 for most strikes. And then randomly, I just see $3,020 calls are opened up for this week.
All I can tell you is that on the daily chart, the MACDs are just about to flip from bearish to bullish. That's about it. I think it had 5. Last I saw, 5 bullish technicals, 3 bearish technicals, or yeah. Pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah, maybe
as soon as they get all as soon as they hit the legislation right, there's going to be tailwinds again for Bitcoin and my opinion, and all of the the cryptos, particularly the mainstream cryptos, Solana and
but these are for this
Ethereum,
week. Like I'm looking a few months out.
Right.
I haven't seen anything, but it's just this
That's
week.
pretty remarkable. But maybe there's a tweet coming out tonight.
I mean, that's the thing.
That's a big move.
Yeah, they definitely there's definitely a lot of vested interest, or a lot of powerful interest, that would benefit with with Bitcoin getting back on that crest that it was on and moving up from there.
It's coming.
So
It's coming, guys.
Those
Look,
are significant.
I'm gonna drop my entire fucking thesis for you right here. Okay, here we go. Here's the entire fucking shit,
right.
guys.
All right, here we go.
You got me fucking wired now. You got me going. I'm energized. Okay, here we go, guys. Bitcoin. Let's fucking talk about it.
Yeah.
Free Baller was talking about MicroStrategy. What are we doing with that?
Yeah.
We're fucking holding. We're fucking buying. If you're not buying it now, I don't want to hear fucking shit out of your mouth when it's 350 and you're going, God damn it. Why didn't I buy it at 200?
Yeah.
Fuck, remember when it hit 143 and
Right.
change and I was like, that fucking idiot, it's going down. Dude, a lot of fucking people were trolling me. Oh, Fish doesn't have any money. Fish lost everything. Fish is a fucking MicroStrategy fucking homeless guy. Okay, cool. Awesome. Ain't no problem with that. We good. Because all I do is I just collect. I DCA. That's it. Strategy has to stay,
Right.
or I'm sorry, Bitcoin has to stay under $42,000. Yeah, under $42,000 for 24 consecutive months in order for MicroStrategy to go insolvent and start to have to sell their Bitcoin. That ain't gonna happen. Here's the fucking thesis on Bitcoin. God damn it. Companies like JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, et al. Those companies usually dump billions of dollars into an asset and then just go, well, fuck, that didn't work out. Oh, well, let's move on. No, that doesn't fucking work.
Never. That doesn't happen. Right.
No. So,
Right.
guys, Bitcoin is going up,
Just-
and I
just-
can prove
just
it to
them
you
putting all that
because
money in
they need fucking exit liquidity, and it can't be cheap. They got to get you fucking hooked on it. Don't forget, they've already got it so that you can pay your fucking 30-year mortgage based on Bitcoin. That already exists.
Yeah.
This shit ain't going away. It is going up. So while it is down, if you like deals, go ahead and buy and hold. If you don't like deals, start bitching when MicroStrategy's at 350 and I'm selling at 550.
It's the same thing when Ondas goes down to 850. Everyone's like, this is a piece of crap. We don't want it. And then it goes up to 13. They're like, oh my God, I didn't get in. It's like, they don't understand. Be greedy when others are fearful. Be fearful when others are greedy. It's so simple. You just inverse what's happening. You just play the contrarian, and a lot of times you win. And people just they see red. They don't because it's emotional. You gotta just have the emotion of it. This is a good deal. Look now, buy now when it's low. Sell it when it's high. Don't ride the euphoria. Get rid of it. Cover it. Do something. Set a trailing stop. People just don't understand that.
Exactly. For like small buys, I'll like buy like whenever, it doesn't matter. Or for their momentum buys, obviously you buy when you have to buy because you're playing momentum. But if it's something that I'm gonna hold, I have a motto, dude. And that's called, it says, red days are for buying, green days are for selling, and every single day is for holding. That's it. Buy on red days, sell, buy the dip, sell the rip. It's very fucking simple.
I need you to write that down. So make that into a plaque. I'm working on getting a studio going here for the streams and stuff. I want that on the wall. I got Hidden Gems wall. We gotta get some other crazy sayings from After Hour on the wall and get like a full wall of random crap. Might just be funny. Yeah, we'll
I'm like,
talk to Darren. He probably has some good memes.
But hey, you're right.
Darren,
I mean,
Darren can make some great
just
shit.
got it boiled down right there.
So I'm
We need to
telling
get
you,
a shirt. That
these
definitely has
people in the
boiled down.
comments are killing me. Somebody in there was like, how do we get Fish to join every week? Guys, this is y'all
We
are
should, right? Hey,
no,
we're Fish on as many times as we can. We love when Fish comes on.
no, yeah, dude, I'm down. I'm down to come on and have a great time with you guys. I love hanging out with you guys.
It's just yeah, cause we get some. I like just the Fish crash out the Bitcoin. That when we get some serious alpha, then we get the crash out. It's perfect.
It's awesome,
Funny,
dude.
it's great, and it's good. It's
Welcome.
It's a good
And
day.
this is me having to be quiet because my fucking kid is asleep.
And we're gonna see this pop in a week or two. You're gonna be on and just be like, "Told you, told you." Yeah, people crash out. I should have got in. Should have got.
Dude, so like here we go. Like small caps. Like when you're talking about, I told you should have got in, right? Like people are like, oh, I don't know, I don't want that, I don't want that. Okay, fine, whatever. AIIO, right? That's one that I called out at fucking 90 cents and the shit went up to fucking $9 goddamn last week. I called it out in 90 cents 2 weeks ago.
AIIO.
Yeah. And then last week it spiked up to $9 at one point intraday. People don't realize AIXI or something like AIXO or something. I called that out at 80 cents and the shit went up to a couple bucks. That was the one that I had like 1,000% on or something like that.
What an absolute candle. It just looks like nothing. Then you realize, yeah, it was at 90 cents. And the singular candle is going all the way to $10 almost. And then coming back out. That's the craziest wick I've ever seen from a percentage basis.
Like
That is pretty wild.
So I mean, like this is the
And
thing
volume under it.
this is the reason I bring this up, right? Is because when I call shit like this, people look at me and they fucking laugh. And they're like, you've got to be a fucking idiot. Why the hell would you put $500 or $1,000 on a dumbass stock like that? Folks, look at that chart. That's the reason why.
Yeah.
The chart doesn't lie.
As they move.
You know?
And there's a nice setup here too. Just looking at this, like this volume pickup. I mean,
we've
gotten right here. I mean, you're riding up 500% there. That's awesome.
You pay for experience. Tuition is expensive, but I've learned enough now to know what I got to look for. So
that's what I always say. Like, start with the paper trading, and then no one ever does. But even if you start with the paper trading, then you don't really get the emotional aspect because you just throw money out, whatever. You don't care. Once your money's on the line, then you get scared. I mean, anytime anyone here's had like a funded futures account, right? Like I trade quite a bit of futures on Top Step. When you're doing your little practice account, or you're doing your combines, you're kind of shooting from the hip, just have a good time getting those done. Once it's funded, you're like, oh, okay, this is real money. Like this is real here. Like I'm trying to get my payouts, and it changes the game for sure.
It changes the mindset, absolutely.
Yeah, and it makes I feel like honestly it also makes me a worse trader because I'm just like thinking way too much. It's like the setup's in front of me, but I think about it too much. I don't act, and the key is to be able to act. Trust yourself, trust the setup, trust your strategy, and then when the strategy hits, act on it immediately. That's like the key to profitability.
Well, and act on both ends of it, right? Yeah, because I mean, you got to act on both ends of it. Because just watching it ride up and watching it drop down, that's not the point. That doesn't get you anywhere. But hey, what are you looking for, Fish, on these things? Are you just trolling the 52-week low list and then some kind of volume incoming, or is it news? Is it a combination?
So what I
What's
do,
the secret sauce, man?
What I do is every Sunday I'll go ahead and I'll go to FinViz. It's just that works for me. I don't pay for it. I'm too cheap to do that. So I just use their free version of their screener, and I look at stocks under $2 and then under $1. And for stocks that have that have just bounced off of their 52-week low. And then I like to make sure that the RSI is low as well, but not terribly low. You don't want it. You don't want RSI at 19. That's just a piece of shit. But if the RSI is 32 or 28, all right, cool. Now we're talking about something. We got a lot of fucking room to move up. So then I'll keep those. I'll keep like a little list going. And then also, after a while, you just mentally learn which names repeat themselves, so you know when to look for them.
Right.
And then beyond that, when it comes to the actual morning of, um, the way to catch when you see a stock that's moved 300% in a day, very few people actually catch that 300%, because what that means is they entered at exactly at close the day before, the aftermarket before, and then they managed to catch the entire rip up. So that's somebody that knew something, right? So you got one of two choices. You can go dump a bunch of money and sort of pepper it all around into all these shit stocks, which you're probably going to end up losing if you do that. Or you can have a list of things that you're looking for, stocks that you're looking for. You can then wait for them to pop in the morning. And then what I do is I look for two things. I would like to make sure that it has news, because without news, there's a good chance it's just a pump and dump.
Right.
And then without volume, nothing's going to go anywhere. So I like to make
Right.
sure that I see at least a minimum of half the daily volume before Robinhood even opens. I want half the daily volume before 7 a.m. I like to see half the daily volume before 5 a.m. That shows me.
Just confirming your entry essentially of, okay, this is looking like a potential breakout because of that unusual volume. And it's an extreme amount pre-market to the point where, okay, there's a lot of momentum building in this. I'm going to ride the wave up. And how do you
Correct.
handle it? Once you're up a couple hundred percent, are you inputting a trailing stop loss? Do you have like profit things
What's
where
that?
it's 50?
What's a stop loss? I don't understand this language that you use. It does not.
I hope people who are invested in car knew what a stop loss was, because this was, I can't believe this pump, man. I can't believe I didn't buy puts. I don't know why. I was watching it and I was thinking, how high can this thing really go before they start shorting it? And I knew that it was going to get shorted heavily, but I didn't think it was going to be so fast. I mean, I could have bought puts at like 700, I think, when I was seeing it like reverse a bit. And I just didn't. And I was like, man, I could have easily made like 100K probably. I mean, just because of how cheap the extreme amount of money. And this was probably the craziest transfer of wealth based on the institutions that were manipulating this in a long time, because this is, I would like to do a simulator. If you this was 800 and you bought those $100 calls, or puts, excuse me. I mean, if you did those a month out, they were probably a cent, maybe 2-3 cents. And now, those are going to be worth probably a couple $100 each. And that is just absolutely ridiculous, man. This
I'll
was
take
the
1,000, please.
GameStop. This was
Yeah.
GameStop. We got it on the short. I mean, oh man, I'm mad I missed it, but I had to bring this one up just because it's like one of the larger cap stocks that moved kind of like one of those ones that you show us. That's just the absolutely ridiculous.
Which you absolutely don't ever see with a large.
No, you don't. This is probably a once in a 5-year thing that happened here. So I'm just mad I missed it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, that is a remarkable drop in 2 days with a gap. And man, I mean,
Millionaires were made and millionaires were lost.
Yes.
yeah.
I mean, this
But
was
how do I handle the drawdown? So
Yeah.
sometimes I'll sell, and I mean, dude, I'm never selling at the top. That's just that will never ever happen for me. I will never get that, even if I know it. You could literally say to me, "Fish, this is the top," and I look at you and be like, "Cool, it's going up. All right, awesome." I'm gonna hold. Yeah, that's me, right? I want more fucking money. Give me the fucking money. I want this big fucking win, right? So
So
then,
you're not bringing up your like when you're trading futures, you have your take profit and your stop
oh wait, are we
loss.
talking about? Are we talking? Wait, hold
Profit.
on. Are we talking about futures? We talking about small caps. I'm sorry, I'm confused.
No, I was just bringing in futures, because that's the only thing that I play that's going to be like probably similar in terms of like
Okay,
daily
cool.
return to what you play. So like in terms of like when I'm way up on like a futures trade, I'm like, okay, I'm just I'm taking risk off the table. I'm like usually slowly dragging my stop up. But you're saying when you
That's exactly what I do.
for broke. You're not. There's no like take or like you're not like trailing in profit at all. You're just boom, like this is millionaire off this, or we're losing it.
Wait, not
That's how
not
you
on
know.
futures. On futures, I absolutely use a
Yeah.
trailing profit. Right?
Oh yeah.
I absolutely use a trailing profit. You'd be a fucking idiot not to. On small caps, I am a fucking idiot, and I don't.
We go for the love of the game.
Yeah, dude, I do. I honestly, I love trading small caps. And so then quite often I'll get an opportunity to average down. And then guess what? By the time Robinhood's buying in, I'm up fucking 40, 50%, or
Yeah.
25, 30%, you know? And then I still have the entire pre-market. And then in the event that the goddamn stock holds by 10:30, I know that I could have a multi-day runner. It's possible.
What was the last one, aside from the one that went 90 cents to 10? I guess so what was the last one that you had that did have a multi-day run that was going, I know like open, but it was kind
AIXO.
of crazy.
Oh wait, AIXO. That was my no 50. I gave it to After Hour at 1,000%. I called it out in the Kingdom at 1,500%. Um, uh, yeah, that was AIXO. That I still tell people to buy it. That is Chinese AI, and there was an lawsuit that they won against Apple because Apple was stealing their fucking tech. And they've already gone through every possible appeal. There are no more court cases available. Everything's been exhausted. And all they're waiting for is just the judgment to come down. When this judgment comes down, they don't have that much debt as it is. It's going to wipe out all of their fucking debt and give them an immense surplus of cash, which is then going to increase the fucking share price. So guess
Absolutely.
what? I will fucking hold.
And that's AAOI.
Hey, that what? No, hold on. Let me.
Or AAIO.
AIIO.
No, it's not
Yeah.
AI. That is
Look, we're singing like a song. EIEIO.
right.
Yeah.
AIXI. That's AIXI.
Oh,
AIXI.
yeah, I remember this one now that you shout it out. Yeah. Actually.
Let's see what other state.
I'm in one of them that you sent me. I don't know if it's off the table, off the counter one.
Nah, go ahead. What do we got? Go ahead. I don't keep shit secret, dude.
Well, it was. I remember I picked up like 1,000 shares of it. What was it called? Because there might be a chance because of some ruling passed where it might pop. I remember you said it was or GDC.
Yes. GDC. So I'm still in that too. I'm down on the position. What am I? Yeah, I'm down 30% on the position. Guess what? I don't give a fuck. Doesn't matter because this is one that in the event that it works out, my $600 investment is going to net me 10,500 profit.
Absolutely ridiculous.
So
Absolutely
let's
ridiculous.
fucking go. What it is there's potential for a buyout on this one at I think they said 10.75 a share or something like that.
That's insane.
So
That's actually like, yeah. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take a free multi-bagger. I was like, might as well have it in there just in case. You never know.
look, this is how I look at it. Is $600 a lot of money? Yeah, it is. It is. Is $600 going to break me? No, it's not. If it is going to break me, I shouldn't be fucking trading in the first goddamn place. Right. So I'm the type of guy that this is what I look for. This is the kind of shit that I love. I love the thrill of the game. Let's see if we can fucking hit it. There is nothing like hitting a fucking 10x, 15x. Nothing like it.
That's what's fun about trading because there's so many different ways to do it. Right? I mean, you could trade like that. You could trade. You could do Bob Dog sell options. You could do Green Knight with the short term swing calls. You could do me with the wave. You could do legitimate risk with just the buy and hold. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can trade, and that's what's so cool about it. And kind of finding what your niche is, or the fish where you just put it on black, and then you get that 10,000 return, and you are living large. And there's nothing more fun than I'm those and bragging, right? Like just putting an app down, like I'm just 1,000% while you guys are asleep. Where are you guys at? Like that's got to be the best feeling. I hit honestly like 1,000, but I never hit anything as big as you with the 1,000x. Like that's oh my god,
bro. I will say that. I will say this, right? Like I don't have like a huge like daily goal or anything. I don't know if anybody has a daily goal, but I do have a daily goal. Whatever my dollar amount is not important because dollars are different for everyone, right? And I don't go off percentage. I just have a dollar amount in my mind that I want, right? And not all the time and not quite often, but there are days that I'm up my dollar amount by the time Robinhood opens. And that in and of itself is a great fucking feeling. The best feeling to
Yeah,
me, though,
yeah, yeah.
the best feeling to me, a better feeling to me than me making fucking money, and I truly mean this, is if I signal something and other people make money. That's a better feeling for me.
It's the best feeling, right?
Right on. Yeah, I know.
I'm done with the Trader Daddy stuff last week. So I like the XLV plays, just like going in and then calling that, and it goes up like a couple 100% on the option play you call that. And other people are like, well, I just made like $1,000, $2,000, like made money, and it's off what you said. That's cool. It's like, it's like, oh, I wish I could get a little commission on that, but I mean, it's still, I mean, the fact that you went in and you made like someone's day, maybe you got them some money to like do something for their kid or something. I mean, that's a great feeling.
Yeah. Like, dude, you don't know. Like that's the thing about it, man, is, and sorry to get away from stocks, but we're not getting away from
No,
stocks.
let's talk about it, man. It's the podcast. It's open.
Like, dude, like we're all doing this. It's like, I don't know, some of us are addicted to it. Raise your hand. Okay, yay, that's me. But like, yeah, but like, dude, like we do this because we want better for ourselves. We want better for our families, right? And so we're all just fucking screen names. That's it. We all talk shit to each other, blah, 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 right? But behind every screen name, behind everybody talking shit is a real person with a real family that has real bills. They may have children, they may have significant others. There is real shit that goes on in their lives. They have good days, they have bad days. And you don't know what the fuck is happening with them. And if you bring a fucking great trade to them that helps them out and they just make a bunch of money, you don't know. Maybe you just made it so that they could finish paying their rent for that month. You just made it so that they could get their kids Christmas present. Gas ain't fucking cheap these days. God damn, I just spent 70 fucking dollars to fill my fucking tank. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit that goes
Right.
into this. It's
Yeah.
not just about our portfolio. It's about what's behind our portfolio, and that is people.
And that's why it's so important to create a good community and also just try to police as best you can, because there's plenty of good signals, but there's also plenty of bad ones, people that are just trying to get your money to give you a bad signal just to screw you at the end of the day. Obviously make them money and then screw you. But it's just like, man, you see that running rampant after hours. So just be careful who you follow. Make sure they have receipts, make sure they have like a decent following. And usually those are the pretty, two good signs that there's people you can trust, and just seeing what other people say about them. But man, yeah, you gotta be careful. So you gotta make sure you follow the right people. Even the right people, they're not always right. I mean, sometimes you don't know what's happening in the market, but a lot of people that are good on the app usually are right more than they're wrong. So you just gotta make sure you know what to follow. Yeah, Trader Daddy Discord has been awesome. There's some great people in there, some new friends I've met since becoming like an instructor in there. And yeah, it's a good community for me. So shout out to Trading with Art, M Finance, Michael, who made that. It's a good spot.
I want to say this real quick, man. Obviously, I'm in the kingdom, but and obviously, I'm here on your guys' stream. But the very first trade that I signed up with you, I signed up for a year membership with you guys. The very first trade that I took paid for the fucking year membership and some cash profit. So that's a fucking endorsement right there on camera. Yes.
Right on, man.
On cam.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
You
guys have proven your fucking selves to a lot of fucking people, man. You guys have changed a lot of people's lives, man. So kudos to you.
We had a run in 2025, man. We're going to keep it here. We're going to keep it going. I know 2026 start the year was tough. I mean, there was a lot of rug pulling with certain stuff with the war. I mean, we kind of thought defense stocks would go, and then they didn't for small cap. But I mean, we're making quite the run now, similar to what we did in 2025 and start 2026. So yeah, I'm excited. We're just going to keep doing the best we can, and we got some new resources to help us out. And yeah, and that's the goal at the end of the day. Trying to make us money, trying to make everyone money, right? And obviously, with Hidden Gems, every single play I'm giving out with the gem ball, that's money. I'm investing. So obviously, I'm not trying to lose money. So I'm not trying to say, oh, get this, get that. Like if it's a signal, I'm in it. Like it's ride or die. So
yeah,
that's how you gotta do it, though. It's just pulling out left and right. It's whatever. They don't care if it hits. They don't care if it misses. You gotta feel someone that has some skin in the game.
exactly. That's another thing. Like if you got somebody that's giving you signals, but they can't show you their positions, I mean, I probably wouldn't buy into it.
Some people,
Right.
the new people do that,
Right.
right? Because they just come in, they're like, oh, they just want quick money, and they're like, this person's promising a 3x return. It's just they just don't realize that they're getting baited, and it's just it's tough. So yeah.
And then I feel this is important, and I'm not going to get deep into it, but people can use their own critical thinking skills and put shit together. Guys, when you see something being pumped by someone who has a large following, you need to know what their entry was, not just their position size. You need to know their
Right.
entry. This is super fucking important. I'm going to leave it there. You guys are smart enough to use your own critical thinking skills, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you can pick up on what the fuck I'm saying.
I don't understand that. Yeah.
Because that particular stock is a piece of shit, and people are going to get fucking burned. And you're never going to see that motherfucker again for 6 months. Mark my fucking words.
I've been watching the comments, and I won't mention what comment it was or what, but I think it was Simple Gates said something in there. I think it was his comment. It just got a million upvotes. I was like, yep.
I'll have to go back and check.
Yeah, I think it was him, but I was like, oh.
Yeah. Lorez said, what are the motivations? One of the most important questions to answer. Exactly. Just remember, folks, if something is free,
it's two
you
words.
are the product.
It's the exit. They're looking for exit liquidity.
That's right.
You know, I mean, that's what we're talking about. You know, they're looking for exit liquidity. They're pumping it so that they don't dump, a big tranche of shares all at once. They can sell them in little blocks and
or they're
slip
getting
away while it's still, cresting.
Or they're getting paid to pump the stock, which happened with a particular stock.
Yeah, that's flat out. Yeah.
This past week, actually.
Yeah.
You got to watch the float too. Because I mean, if it's like, low volume, low float, it's going to move very rapidly. So yeah, if you have a big following and it's a low float, you can actually pump that. You're going to, if they find out, the SEC is coming after you, because that is very illegal. That's a very real thing that happens. So yeah, you got careful. You can always do your own research, right? Look at what stock investing. What is it? Do I want to own this company, or is this just something that I'm getting in because everyone says to, because it's for the meme, like BYND or Pew. Honestly, I didn't think Pew was that bad. It just never worked out. But in terms of their financials, but yeah, BYND, for example, I think went crazy. It went crazy for no reason. You got to make sure that you do the research on. Okay, does this make sense?
Jesus Christ! Fuck. Right.
I like that the comment section's more active. Goes to find out. Was that what the one it was about? I thought it was about a different one. Maybe I was.
No, bro, I'm talking about fucking bot.
Bot.
Yeah.
Did you already buy a new one? Bot.
Yes, you can.
There's probably some people hoping we're all buying
the candle where bot. You can look at the chart and you can see the candle where bot was posted on After Hour. Do you know how I know this? Because I saw the fucking candle live. That's how I fucking know.
Oh, it's tiny. Yeah, it's tiny one. Okay. Oh man, yeah,
that's fucking
that's
hot.
A little sus for sure. That's a little sus. I thought it was just QS or something though. I didn't realize.
Oh no,
is that bot? Swap?
No, influencers are being paid to shill bot.
Robo strategy. What is this? Micro strategy for robotics? What? Robot? I never.
I don't know what the fuck it is. Burger Bus just asked if you're in Coppin. I'm in Coppin. You guys still in Coppin? I fucking love Coppin. I think Coppin has a ton of fucking.
Yeah.
We are, yeah. I mean, I think Benny's, he went crazy with that. I haven't been. I think my shares are up like 60-70% cost basis. But Benny, you had leaps on it, right? And those things had nice like lower strikes. So you absolutely were feasting at earnings for sure.
Yeah, no, I bought the $5 strike back in February when the share price was $2.
Oh man.
And yeah. I'm it's like every one of your winners that hit like that, and I'm gonna let it run a little bit. It's had quite a run for 3 weeks there, pretty much straight. Last few days they pulled it back 10% or so. Well, more than that off that 6 something high that it gapped up or ran up to real fast one morning last week. But No, it's got a real future, particularly if that transceiver, that optical or LED transceiver technology with the chips communicating back and forth in the data centers, the racks and the stacks, passing information, reducing the need for the copper and the heat management. That's a big market there, man. That's a lot bigger than just selling headsets to the military.
Well, good.
Yeah,
Just down. They're semis. That's a good sign. Because semis are down overnight.
yeah, yeah,
You're coping.
So,
yeah. I'm
Coppin. Oh,
I'm
sorry.
open to exercise the options actually, for a bit of a couple year hold here, and um, so yeah, yeah,
I,
I'm loving Coppin, man. That's one of our companies we cover at 0 hour. You can find them on the website.
I love it.
Live earnings coverage.
I love when great minds think alike. I've got 200 shares of Coppin. You said around $2.50 or $2 or something. I'm in at 252. And you were talking about some long term options. I've got two leaps for January, $3 leaps for January of 27. I plan on exercising
Nice,
one.
nice.
I plan on exercising one. I've already sold one. Plan on exercising one and selling one to help with buy those shares whenever they're exercisable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, and I forgot, the the Strive. We talked about Strive earlier. Those shares that ran up, I watched them fall back down, and then once the first split talk started happening, I got out of Strive, and that's when I moved into Copen in
Mhm.
the wife's account as well. So that has regained those losses from Strive and her Roth. Um, for
Her account.
for 25, 24 and 25. Yeah. So but in her account, she bought, or I bought on her behalf, about 1,000 shares of Copen um and leaps for the $5 and the $7 strike.
Mm.
So yeah, it's looking good on the Copen front. Hell, I wish I'd have allocated more, I wish it had been a 10 or a 20% allocation in the portfolio, but I'm having more patience with Ondas on that front. Though I have started selling some options on Ondas and then putting the premium or the winnings in any scalping or day trading type stuff, swing trading, into leaps in the best companies. These are companies that we cover with uh, Volatus. Well, I've got a big position of Volatus, but recently bought some leaps in Lightpath on that dip they had after earnings, and Empirus Battery. You know that stack. So, but
I love it. So
going to 30.
yeah,
Yeah. All three of those.
you're taking the premium. You're
yeah,
taking the premium, and you're just buying free calls, free leaps. I love it.
yeah. But on the dip, on, what I'm saying, is kind of trying to dollar cost average that premium into the leaps, but not when they're running, but
Well, no,
sort of like, you know yeah,
it's like we were just saying. You buy if you're going if it's something you're going long, right? I mean, long. If it's something
yeah,
you're going long
yeah,
term, whether you're going long, long or
yeah,
short, you buy when it's most advantageous to you. So if you're going long on
yeah,
a position, yeah, buy on red, sell on green.
yeah, yeah,
So
or
guys,
buy the dip on the. These are true leaps. These are going out to 28 for
Love
these
it.
leaps. Yeah, these are, yeah, January.
I'll
So
I'll say this.
gives a, plenty. Yeah,
I'll say this regarding the market, and as we move down the road, I was a bit bearish. That's no fucking secret. But with Warsh coming in, I think this house of cards stays propped up a bit longer.
right.
What do you guys think,
Yeah,
macro wise?
that's I think that's reasonable. Uh, I think that, but with as much conflict that's going on, though, there could be black swan events that we don't know about, which is the sort of the definition. of black swan events, but
But what are those
and
black?
I'm talking not just major, not just tweets or something, but that we've
No, but
gotten
what?
sort of, you know,
But but Sonny, what have these events taught us, right? And I'm being
right,
real serious here, right? So we look at events
yeah,
like
right,
Liberation Day, right? We look at events like the Iran War, right? And while none of these are good, right? What did they teach us?
right,
They taught us buy that fucking dip, buy that fear, right? If you bought on Liberation Day and you didn't do
yeah,
shit else, you'd have made a ton of money. Everybody else instead was losing half their portfolio value because they were too scared and they were selling at a loss. You
yeah,
know, so
yeah,
these black swan events, like you're talking about here, man, I agree with you. Yes, they are the unforeseen thing, but I also see them as the unforeseen opportunity.
I mean, yeah.
oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I mean, but you got to hash. You know what I mean? If you're fully invested and it goes off the cliff, you're sort of trapped. You know,
Should never be fully invested.
or worse, if you're right, right, right. I tell you, that's wise advice for
Should never
you.
be fully invested.
I,
Always.
I I guess I'm just saying, right, right. Well, no, I would. I don't know. There's times when I am pretty
I,
much,
I'm
might
not
have
saying that
just
I
a few
do
percentage
this.
or
I'm just saying
something.
what you should do. and,
yeah.
and also, in
Yeah,
all seriousness, I do keep a chunk of cash on the side. But then in my portfolios, I keep a certain amount in like whatever, like SPACs or whatever it is, just keep it in a little fund that's it's collecting you 4%. And it's just sitting there. And when you see
yeah,
something that you like, then boom, there you go. You can take advantage of it. Also, when you see those red days
yeah.
and you see the report going down, you don't see all of your money going down, just most of it.
Right, right, right,
I
right.
will say,
Yeah,
a chart built out here. There is a correlation between a red market and a new Fed chair. I think it's like 7 of the 8 last Fed chairs in like the first after the first month, 3 months, and 6 months, the market's seen a downturn every time, aside from like one. So maybe this is, an outlier because it is Trump and it is a potentially a dovish Fed chair. But yeah, to me, the market goes up the first month after they're in, or for the first month that they're in, and then we see it with some drawdown, and it's usually pretty heavy drawdown. So I think it's gonna be very interesting. So we're gonna have like the midterms coming with that first month coming up, and I think it might get a little wild. But I think right now the administration has a reason to keep the market going because if there's any talks of like hiking rates or anything, like they're just done for, right? So they got to do everything they can to keep the stock market propped up on a house of cards until midterms, like, or else they're done. So I think we're going to see a lot of stuff. I think Trump is going to try his hardest to get a conflict with Iran cleared up and then use that as like a bargaining chip right for midterms. Be like, oh look, I stopped this war. This is why I need, And I think they're going to use that as a political maneuvering tool. So we'll see.
But here's the thing, and here's the thing about that, right? So, in order for him to use it as a political bargaining chip in midterms, right? He can't just reopen the strait because he can't just get us back to where we were before this whole thing happened. This is costing the U.S. taxpayers $2 billion a day, bro. You can't just say, "Hey guys, we got back to where we were." No, dude, that's like taking your car to the mechanic and because your engine or your transmission's blown, and you pay him 2,500 for a new transmission, and he's like, "Hey, you got the same transmissions when you brought it in. Thanks for the money." No,
yeah,
that doesn't fucking
yeah.
work. You know,
Well,
so Trump really needs to get something good going, and I think the only way that that's going to happen quick enough for him is with the market.
The Dow is over 50,000.
Dude,
right, right.
I try to stick to the market.
Yeah.
I can see
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
making
No,
jokes.
we're always thinking of the market. I'm just throwing that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see I mean, I don't know what they get at the market. I mean, I don't know. We'll
I
see.
still, I love to offend people, but I don't like to offend people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, we keep it cordial. It's an investing podcast at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's,
Right.
it's still poke fun here and there, both sides. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. If he, I don't, I, and we don't know what this administration, what he's going to do to Paul, something out the hat, but he might, we might just get a tweet and market just absolutely skyrockets. That's why I'm not closing my ABGO calls
Woo.
because I think we're going to see, like, we have, bear sentiment this week, but then bulls are coming in next week. I've been seeing unusual activity for them buying calls after this week. So I'm like, something's going on. Like, we're going to get like just a red swing and then we're going to get a green hammer or something. I don't know. I I think we're going to see some manipulation on both sides. So I think I'll buy some short-term puts potentially this week, see what's going on, then look for those calls and that manipulation through a tweet or a news event next week. We'll see. Week after, I guess. Not, I guess this coming week, the next week. Week of the
Well,
20. Yeah.
I agree with all that you said there. I tell you, I mean, I thought you were going to go along the lines of, and I don't disagree with the following. Um, what it has, it's undeniable, unmistakable. There's a complete reset, decoupling from China going on. Across, when you talk about military, or other cultural ties are being sort of changed around. The global world order is being rearranged. Um, so it's a tumultuous time of a lot of change, which has always been a time when great profits have been made in markets. The markets are not necessarily the economy. The real people out that are you know feeding families and paying bills kind of thing. Um, uh, so I guess what I've learned that you know United States economy, American economy, it's still a singular force. Even in a world that has seen the rise of China from the late '80s to now become just as remarkable as to the really only near peer. Russia's got their hands full with Ukraine, and you know um, and that's definitely what a great power on the down slide looks like, right? So there is something to be said for not betting against America, and how that has been a fool's errand, across decades, over at least the last 100 years anyway. Um, so uh, he who has the gold, it's a golden rule. He who has the gold makes the rules, and if you ain't got the gold and you got the guns, you get to make the rules and take all the gold. And, that's just a fact of life. It's from a Machiavellian kind of viewpoint. In the near term, um, things are rolling and dips are going to snap back. Um, but, I think Gecko brought up 2008 being pretty bad. Um, and if they let something get out of hand and out of control, on a downturn, something like, I don't know, a global, historic, once in history of fossil fuels disruption in the energy supply, right at a time when we are absolutely more dependent on it than we've ever been before, kind of thing. The change in the way fighting happens, and the threats that could evolve now, with very little money, very low bar to entry for that kind of thing. And then just, this is how, if you study history, a lot of these wars happen when things sort of get out of control, these great power wars. And we're a little bit insulated because of the way the macro situation has changed because of, for instance, fracking and our energy, dominance at the moment, and then what they've done with Venezuela and all. But lowers the fertilizer shortage is something that could be a sleeper deal with runaway inflation. Sort of catching up. At some point, there's going to be even though we're the singular economic force, the others, are getting sort of tired of that. Ultimately, Europe is no we make fun of them, but God almighty, man, they're waking up, and it's, um, just things are changing. So anyway, I look, I'm kind of cautious. I want to be cautiously optimistic, at least as far as the market goes, but recognize that there's a sort of a difference between that and, you know, maybe what really happens in real people's lives around the world, actually, because the way things are getting changed and upset, there's restaurants in places like Singapore or whatnot that are, they're maybe having to go out of business because natural gas is going through the roof because the demand's still there, but the supply plummeted. And, so there's small businesses going out of business. It's really being disruptive to a large part of the world. And there's going to be reactions going forward, 10 years, 20 years, however long in the future, um, that we'll still have to deal with as a country going forward, as part of the whole world system. But so anyway, short term, I think we're fine. But a black swan event is by definition something that we wouldn't see coming, and it could be pretty devastating if we ended up with, something like stagflation, that they let inflation get out of control because of these supply disruptions on energy and other natural resources, the helium, all the aluminum. Somebody brought up fertilizer. Yeah, there's a lot of risk is what I'm getting at, sort of. So you know, I'm not, don't want to be, poo poo the party, or I guess, but just try to, there's something to be said for that K-shaped economy and the other side of some of what's going,
Well,
it's all great right now after that snap, from March 30th or March 31st, but anyway, I'll,
so
I'll stop here, let somebody else get something in. Look,
I agree with everything you're saying, man. The problem is, so somebody asked me this same basically the same question on Friday, I think it was. And they're like, how can the market be going up when the economy is as bad as it is, and we're losing, like, we're not creating more jobs than we're losing net, right? So, like, how can this be going on? And I had to tell them, be like, look, the market doesn't give a fuck about the economy. They're two separate things. Like, the
right.
market doesn't give a fuck
Yeah.
about real life, right? Doesn't care
Right.
about the
Yeah.
guy working at the gas station that also works whatever other job, working two jobs, 80 hours a week just to pay rent and put food on the table. Market doesn't give a fuck about that. It's not what they care about. So unfortunately, and that's difficult to stomach for some, if you have a heart and soul.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Mhm.
Seriously, for some people, they're like, cool, I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
For me, it's difficult to stomach. I also know that there's nothing I can do to fucking change it. So the best thing that I can do for
Right.
myself is try to learn, all right, look, this is the fucking game. How do I play the game? You know?
Yeah, right on, man. That's what I call rational actor theory.
They should put you in
For
Game of
real.
Thrones. Put you in Game of Thrones, Fish.
What's that?
They should put you in Game of Thrones.
You want to know something, man?
Game of
I
Thrones,
never
you win
watched
or
a
you
single
die.
episode. I never watched a
What?
single episode of Game of Thrones. I must be like the one person on the face
No
of the
Game of
planet.
Thrones, son.
You just quoted like verbatim what one of the main antagonists says at the end of season 1, right before she just takes the good guy, who you thought would be, the main protagonist, takes him out. So yeah, no, you got this game down. I mean, she did pretty well. So yeah,
Is that Cersei? That's the only name that I know.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, see, there we go. There we go.
Got it.
All right,
that's-
Man, I
306.
didn't. I watched it all till almost over as a series, but then I got. I was starting. I caught an episode, and I said, "Oh man!" I kind of let. I went back and started from the beginning, got caught up, watched the season, and I think I've watched it a second time as well. It's definitely a Machiavellian type, show, with the power moves, power plays, politics, inside base. But yeah, it's a lot going
Dude,
on, and a pretty good imagination.
I watched the market. I need more of this shit.
Hey, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You know, the market, money never sleeps.
Like,
Money's
dude,
got no conscience. You know,
I see
yeah,
manipulation
doesn't
all over
die.
the place. We were talking about London earlier, I mean, fuck, all hours of the
Yeah,
day and night.
yeah.
I think it's this. I was gonna just mention the order flow right now. I mean, I think we're gonna see a decent pullback. We had major things on here hitting a bearish sentiment for options. I mean, you got QQQ on there. You got triple QQQ, obviously. You got Tesla. You got Nvidia. You have a ton of Mag 7 stuff on here. You have Google. You have TSM. You got semiconductors with iron. Yeah, TSM, AMD. I mean, it's gonna be interesting because this stuff was all just flag green last week, and now we're seeing a potential shift of momentum. A lot of it's around 50-50, but it's kind of approaching, creeping up on that 60% mark. So we'll see. I think we're gonna see a little bit of turbulence this week, but then we're gonna see it. We're gonna see definitely a pump. But I was looking at gold. I don't know what you guys think about gold if you invest in gold at all. But gold's at a really weird spot right now where we have inflation risk going up, but because the inflation risk is so high, we have a potential for a rate hike. And what gold likes is a weak dollar. And if we get a rate hike, dollar gets stronger. So then gold hurts. So it's like a balancing act right now where you want inflation to be high if you're a gold investor, but not high enough to actually get a rate hike. So it's like it's weird. I think Freeboss said something about the Greeks saying like 8,000 on gold this year. That would be I don't know how you get it 8,000.
8,000? I've heard like
crazy.
54.
Yeah, 54. Yeah, 55 was I was thinking. I'm like, that seems reasonable for 2026, as long as we don't get a rate hike. But yeah, gold is weird. It's just at the interesting inflection point right now where I like it. I don't think we're going to get a rate hike. We need some really bad stuff to happen. We need the straight to be closed like another month or two probably to see that. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys do? You guys do anything with gold? Any thoughts on it?
I love trading futures on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like, I mean, like I'm a firm believer of, whether it's futures, small caps, large caps, mid caps, whatever it is, pick 3 tickers, 5 tickers that you can just learn their movements inside and out. You know what I mean? And you just know the fucking chart. So you can just wake up in the middle of your sleep and be like, oh, cool. I want to make some money real quick. Boop. Boop. All right, cool. I just made $300, $400, $500. I'm going back to sleep. Like I literally do that with gold. It's fucking great.
It moves nice. It does move nice for futures trading. It reminds me. It feels like it's the Asia session. Gold trades like Asia. It's very slow, but it's like predictable. I feel like where you can really, if you know how to trade it, like you're just killing it. I'm more volatility, so I can't trade gold. I'm bad at trading gold. Like I'm just like I'm looking for like a nice pull down to like a fair value gap and a bounce. But so I'm on Q through and through. But gold, I've seen a lot of success with people trading it futures wise.
I'm not sure how I can say this, but I'm bullish gold long term. So leaps excite me.
Yeah, I got some I know on the gem bolt last week, just right around here.
Yep,
and it's
that's what I was hinting at. That's what I was hinting at. That fucking excited me. I was like, yes, please. I'll go ahead and grab one of those. Awesome. Let's do it.
Let's get in. It's looking like we might get a bounce here. I mean, off this,
I'm up on it.
The one thing is concerning below the gamma flip line in case we do flip, bearish. But the SMA, it's been SMA being right at that $400 key level there, like a psychological key level. I mean, I really like it for a bounce. So we're gonna
like that. I like that trade so much. I put one of those in my dad's account too, man. It's great.
I think it's a good setup. As long as inflation stays, a little bit steady moving up, and then we don't get anything too crazy to get that rate hike. I mean, gold, that's a knockout to 500 in my opinion. So I think we're gonna get that by 2027.
What's the worst that can happen? It draws down enough that I'm like, cool. Now I'm allowed to average down. Awesome. Because I will believe in the thesis through the end of the year. So nothing's going to change unless like you say, some really crazy shit happens. The thesis is,
and we can never count that out, who knows? But then it's like, if it does happen, then okay, now we know thesis is changed, thesis is invalidated, so then we continue to see fine. But yeah,
exactly. But no, that was a great one. It's like, oh yeah,
let's see, man. Yeah, I think we do.
I don't do a whole lot with gold.
I'm
trading gold stocks, but I do like to watch it. Hey, and real quick before it gets away and they don't get an answer for Squirrel, I would say look at Gecko's response just there about the '08 housing crisis as an example of a black swan. I think personally we're at risk of more conflict around the world breaking out, but and more the supply disruptions or something kind of bad happening. In that regard. But yeah, it's just an event that not enough people see coming or are prepared for. Or something just sends the economy on a on a dive, on a nosedive. Um, and but anyway, I wanted to answer that on that before we got too far along in others. But thanks for responding, Gecko, on that for squirrel. That pretty much answers it.
The
To
next
pick,
one probably
You
be
know,
a default.
I remember
I would think.
on private credit. Yeah, that's an issue right now. If that's what you're talking about,
Yeah.
you guys want to talk about private credit?
I was going to talk about him, like, your Venmo,
man.
I mean, everything. Like I like going to concerts, right? And every single concert ticket I can buy, they have it so you can pay in like 4 increments. And you have all these people that have like,
Oh, you're
their
talking about like
money
shit in like Klarna. You're talking about like
yeah,
Klarna.
exactly. Just like
So,
buy now, pay later. And there's all these people that are doing that, and they're just racking up these massive credit card bills over time, and they don't have the ability to actually pay this back. It's like there's a snowball coming down the hill, and they're like pushing it, but at some point they're just going to get run over. And I think private credit's going to default at some point, just absolutely rock the market. Maybe not in
okay,
like 3 years.
so I've been talking about private credit being the next downfall. Private credit is going to be the next housing crisis, in my opinion. Um, I've felt this way for probably 9 months. I've talked about it with a few people. Um, you can see it already happening. Right now, back in '08, we had the subprime mortgages, we had them being repackaged into CDOs, uh, and they were it was bullshit being sold off onto bullshit being sold off onto bullshit, right? The only people that were winning were the market makers selling it to you, and to pension funds and every other poor person that lost in that shit. And so right now, what's happening is they're doing it with private credit. Yeah, exactly. Watch The Big Short. That's super important. Thank you for putting that in there. So right now, what it's going to be is it's going to be private credit. They've already started doing it. They've already started repackaging credit, and it's not going great. You guys notice what happened with Black Owl or Blue Owl? That didn't that hasn't been going so great, right? This is just the fucking beginning of shit. It's just the beginning of shit.
Right.
And as far as the economy is concerned, I was talking with a guy from S&P Global, and he told me obviously there's certain things that he can't tell me. There's certain things that he could, and there's certain things that he could hint to. One of the things that he could tell me is when you start to notice commodities going up, that's when you should be very concerned for the economy. That's a good indicator of a recession. So that's when you want to have, as a trader, that's when you want to have your recession plays in hand. Then you want to make sure that you've already started looking for your entries.
I think with that, a lot of people, buy leaps for calls, but not a lot of people position for leaps on puts, which is something you can do if you think something's going to go down. Like, for example, I saw that with like MSTR when that was around like 440. I was buying leap puts on that, and everyone was like, "Don't do that. You're stupid. Crypto, all that." And it's like, this is crazy, like expensive. It was just euphoric. And I don't think we're going to see the same thing with like memory, for example. Maybe we will, but like leap puts can be the same play. If you think someone's going to go down long term, that's something you could buy before a recession.
Well, I'll tell you this much. Jim Cramer said,
Oh
Jim
no!
Cramer, yep. You ready for this one? Jim Cramer said Friday morning, it's a good time to buy SanDisk at these prices.
Oh, we're screwed.
So you're
Fucking
talking about leap
cheerleaders,
puts?
man.
Well, me around. I'm out of here.
Your
No.
timing
Yeah.
could not have been fucking better, man.
I mean, you got to think he's been
Yeah.
used by the institutions just inverse because he's the outlet for a lot of retail traders, right? They're all like, "Oh, let's look at Kramer. What's he doing? Let's figure out what smart money's doing." It's like, yeah, smart money's watching that to see what not to do, and they do the opposite.
The people that I talk to on a day-to-day basis that I help to try to hopefully they learn something from my bullshit. Is one thing that I tell them is by the time you see something being pumped on CNBC or whatever financial outlet that's mainstream, by the time you see it being pumped there, you're way too fucking late. You're way too late. You are at that point the beginning of exit liquidity. And I'm sorry to say it, that's just the way it is. So, my opinion, what you need to be doing to position yourself like smart money positions themselves, unless you can track smart money, is you want to be thinking because in my opinion, sectors are cyclical. And so you need to think about what sectors are not being talked about right now. What's not hot right now, right? What's cold? Cool. Awesome. Let's look at that chart. Hey, does that chart like not look like shit, but it's like gone down, or is it consolidation mode? Awesome. It's in consolidation mode. Great. Then we can enter and we can catch that fucking ride up on this chart rather than enter at the fucking dotted line.
Drones and components.
What's that?
I said drones, components, and robotic stuff, man. And we've been consolidated. We've fallen down. I think we're about to rotate back into the manufacturing stuff. Hey, I'm just $20 a year. I'm saying it.
Robotics is the sector that I've been focusing, man. That's really the one that I think is going to go big next. I really, really do. I think they're going to need robotics in order to keep pushing the AI.
Yeah.
I think they're going to go hand in hand because you're going to have to show an industrial use as well for the robots and the AI to keep them both pushing at that point, right? And then at that point, what do you need more of? Energy.
Yeah, right? Yeah, energy is going to be huge. Yeah, physical AI is definitely the next step. 100%. And we'll see it. We'll see if Tesla can actually capitalize on that. I'm a little skeptical on some of the robotic stuff, but who knows? And SanDisk, yeah, you can see it flipped on the gamma flip line. It looks like it flipped bearish, and we're at that put wall. So we'll have to see what happens. I mean, maybe we get the bounce off of that, which is the psychological level of like 1400. Oh, 13. Oh my God. Okay. It says let's remember to fall then before we potentially see a bounce off of that. But, we'll see.
You guys need to keep in mind that Jim Cramer's fund, his charitable fund, mind you, has a return of a whopping 7% a year.
7?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it's not. It's pretty low.
Dude, if I all right, well, how about this? If I had somebody managing my fucking money for me and all they could return me was 7%, they wouldn't be managing my fucking money for me.
That's right.
It's that simple. Right. You know.
No, but I've arrived at the conclusion of that they're market cheerleaders, and they've got an audience. They're in the eyeballs business, like most media business. It's have the eyeballs on here so we can get more for the time we throw to commercials. I take it all with a grain of salt because I wonder where they're getting their information from and who's planting that story. Why now? In 2008, just to sort of remind folks, Goldman Sachs, for instance, they survived it. Folks like Lehman Brothers and Bear Stearns didn't. But the Goldman Sachs, they were bundling mortgages together into securities, right? Investments to sell retail in the front of the house, right there to the public at large, and other big institutions. Come buy these assets that are going to appreciate over time as people pay back these bundled loans. And the whole idea of bundling loans is to reduce risk. And this is not just one mortgage that can go bad. Here's 1,000 in this deal or whatever it might be. And, the whole apparatus, the whole complex was involved with the credit rating agencies, given these are good securities for you to invest in, this and that. Meanwhile, the trading room in the back of the house at Goldman Sachs, under the guise of we're market makers, we just got to make all of this shit work. They were shorting the same fucking securities that they were selling for commissions in the front of the house.
because
And
they knew it was bullshit.
you know, that's right. Yeah, because they were looking at opportunity, right? Hey, there's something wrong and about to be happen. We're gonna get positioned and we're gonna get on the right side of this. I mean, we're not Goldman Sachs for nothing, you know? Um, if you're not the Goldman Sachs CEO, you're the fucking treasury secretary or vice versa, it seems. Anyway, um, you gotta watch these people. I got a young, he's actually my wife's second cousin, but he's more of a nephew because he's younger than our son, you know? Young man just graduated from college, getting started going to, pharmacology school, right? Real smart kid, and he's been investing since the pandemic, and he notes to me, we weren't in it, but we got to we shared this over April, and we were talking a little bit about it, but I warned him that the smartest people in the world are on Wall Street, you know? Not the best people in the world, smartest people in the world, and it's all about the money, and that's what it boils down to at the end of the day. So back to CNBC, they're just, I think for the most part, there is some information, you can watch what's happening, you sort of get a feel for what the narrative and the current conversation is trying to be, orchestrated out there, or the narrative that's trying to be put forth by the 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 institutions and the status quo players in the system. But man, that's part of what I find really exciting and why I'm involved in with JT and Hidden Gems with Zero Hour Group and all the other after hours and all this community. Um, it's the market's changing, the world's changing, everything's changing, and we're part of it as a community of uh, uh, retail
Community
traders
of retail
and
traders.
look at yeah, community, that's what I think anyway. We're a force, a part of that, these forces that are pushing and pulling and stretching and making this market, the not the economy, but the markets, um, work for us for a change. And that's what I think we're all about. We're retail investors for retail investors. So yeah.
I'm with it, man. That's the that's the
We're the
that's
good
the
guys.
beau-
That's what I'm
that's the
trying to say.
beauty.
We're the good guys.
Well, that's the beauty of bringing a bunch of people together, right? Everyone knows more than somebody else at something, and everyone can learn from
Yeah.
somebody else, even the people. So if you guys know more than me about something, just by me asking you a question, you guys might learn something from me because you might see a different perspective. You know what I mean? And so when we have a community of retail traders together, I think that we can truly come together and we can all figure out what's really going on here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There's a
Hopefully we gotta
thing,
make it so it doesn't get too big. Then they'll predict us, right? Then it's like you gotta have a good level where you know what's going on, and you got the community going, and then yeah, it's not because you get out of all retail on it, you're gonna get rug pulled. They're gonna short you to hell. You
Right.
that's the grand paradox though, because that's already happening. That's the paradox. It's already happening.
they found Wall Street bets.
Right.
They don't
Yeah.
want Wall
Yeah.
Street
Let them
bets.
focus on. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
And after
Yeah.
hour too.
Yeah.
That's why it's like, yeah, that's why we do this off after hour because we don't want them to know what we're thinking. Right?
Yeah.
They came after Ondas really hard. That got too popular, and then I got shorted to hell. And then
Uh,
who knows what else short than after hour? But it's
I'll
just like
just
we got to keep together.
I'll just say this: there's there's a lot of signals that I refuse to put on after hour. The reason is I one of my specialties is pattern recognition, right? You have to have great pattern recognition in order to be in this game, right? If you want to be a trader. So pattern recognition, that's my thing. Attention to detail, that's my thing, right? And I've noticed over the course of time that usually about one candle after a post on after hour in the mornings, and boom, whatever stock it was immediately getting shorted to fuck. Huh. Jeez, guys. That's some pretty bad luck, or just a lot of bad coincidences, right? Nah, fuck you.
Yeah.
I know who the fuck you are. I know what the fuck you doing, and I ain't fucking putting it on there for you to make fucking money off of anymore, bitch. No, 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 no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let him know. Let him know. Absolutely.
Oh, no, 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 dude. That person only shows up every few months just to shill something. Like, bot. All good.
I'm gonna have to look into bot as my nighttime reading to see what's going on with that.
Dude,
That's
you really should, because like, if you looked at the chart, yeah, the chart looked good, but then once I found out all this other shit about it and found out like what it's actually trading at versus book value, this thing is gonna get shorted. I'm telling you.
Is it? Oh, so it was an IPO, huh? Looks like just I don't have the chart going back to May 11th.
Yeah. 5 days old. Yeah. Less than that,
Gotcha.
maybe 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
yeah. I
thing's
wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole then.
No.
No.
It's
Yeah,
got
no.
it's got a pretty good ticker.
Yeah.
Maybe
You know, bot or robot. You know, sometimes that's all it takes.
The bots, you know, you gotta keep them aware.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey man, I think
Yeah. So hey, how about some other space stocks though? 'Cause we started this off on the SpaceX, and we only mentioned Sidus and
Dude.
Satellogic, 2 satellite companies.
I like
mean,
ASTS.
Yeah, you can never go wrong with ASTS. They just had a little bit of a nice pullback, man. You're gonna with Rocket Lab and
Yep.
ASTS. You're just gonna make money. Black Sky, I like Black Sky a lot. I've always liked them. They haven't made the name, but I don't know. I've always liked them. BKSY is the ticker.
I mean, ASTS has seen some really nice pullbacks. I think I learned it in the Hidden Gem stuff when it was in like the 60s after that bad sell off to do some CSPs. Maybe it was in the 70s. Anything that was like under 80, I'm like, this is you buy this ASAP. I mean, the all-time highs are in like 120, 130, something like that. I mean, if you get this like half price, same thing with like Robinhood, Robinhood or ticker Hood is pretty undervalued in my opinion for what it can be. So anything like that you're seeing a huge pullback for no real apparent reason, it's a good buy and hold. And the thing with ASTS as well is I wanted leaps on it, but the leaps were just so expensive. Like the premiums were absolutely ridiculous. So if you just own 100 shares of this, you can sell some covered calls way out of the money. You're still banking. Like the covered call premium is absolutely insane for how much ground like you get and leeway you get in the stock going up. So obviously there's big bets on it going up. We're on a bullish stack right now. The call camel head's all the way at 90. This thing's probably still going to run. I still like the entry under 100 for ASTS.
Damn.
Lightpath, you could almost say is a space stock now with some of their moves into the satellite IR lenses as well. That's going to be a huge point
You're right. That's
value.
Hey, that's solid. I forgot about that, but yeah, you're exactly right, because they're talking about more and more with that new facility being able to make the larger lenses and make the whole camera assembly lenses thing rather than just small parts, which reaches in like a few $1 million per satellite. That can add up pretty quick.
Oh, it's
do
with their market cap. I mean, it's nuts. I'm gonna look at SATL tomorrow for like potentially some moves just in my own account, because that chart was ridiculous. Like it looked just full bull. Fish was saying they can keep going. I mean, that looked like insane.
I would agree with that.
And
it's in the right place, right time, right investors. No doubt.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. I'll tell you one thing too that might end up being a surprise versus the Pew and with the what's it? It's not. Is Donald Trump Jr. involved with that one, or both the Trumps?
No.
That 1789 capital. But is that Power Us reverse, or with the golf course company? I forget it's A something. They're doing they're doing the SPAC merger with Power US drones.
Is that the one Tron stock
is sleeper?
Never fuck.
Yeah. John brought that one up. Yeah.
Like that. AGH, something like that. Yeah, that was moving. That was impressive.
Well, I was looking into the Power US, and I mean, I don't think they're going to be like an Ondas. They're not going to be able to try and put that kind of a, package
That's
together. But in terms of having a competitive drone with and with Daddy in the White House, the guy running I could see that doing better than Pew. Um, to grab a gun as an endeavor. They're
I'm
sort of
gonna make
getting
one
set up.
more play on Pew, man. Right before the mid, if there's sentiment swap, left leaning during the midterms, and we see some
Right.
changes, I think Pew is gonna make a run because they're gonna be marketing that
That
left.
would be a
Right.
reason.
Like, I think I think
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
they
Pew
would
is
be
working.
unreasonable.
I've always
Yeah,
lost.
dude.
I've
yeah.
always
All I got to say is this: pay attention to what the president buys for
true.
for his
Oh my
personal
goodness.
portfolio.
Yeah.
Uh,
Right.
take a look at NOW. It's up at nine.
MOW.
Yeah, NOW.
I've been
now.
watching
Oh wow.
service. Yeah, I've been watching service now, man. It's cut in half, and I don't think it's not going to get it's not going to get decoupled from like 400 of the Fortune 500 companies or
Well,
whatever it's
it
in.
just can't. It
Uh,
just came out that Trump added a bunch to his portfolio, and then look at this, boom, up 5% overnight, and it came
yeah.
out with a little bit of good news on it too. So
They had decent.
I mean, because it's
interesting.
bouncing off of yeah, yeah.
Now that you mention it, I feel like I saw this on the flow heat map. I think I saw it now.
Probably saw it Friday.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very strong bullish flow.
The news that it was in his account came out on Thursday.
Oh yeah. I mean, look at that. 7 times call to put ratio. Yeah, okay. All right, maybe I'll look at this one too. Man, that's why I love this podcast. We just bring things up, and I just think you guys like bring up like 3 new moves I can pull and look at for my next day. So I'm gonna have to watch now.
Hey,
'Cause, yeah, setup here, man. This
and
is great.
I'll add that on my little YouTube feed, I have noticed the last 3 4 days a lot of independent coverage. Some YouTubers, um, doing their deep dives on ServiceNow, and
Mhm.
I've been checking it most days, and I've got it on a list in for the SaaS companies. It's been hit real hard on the SaaS apocalypse, they call it.
Right.
But I tell you, there is a case to be made for how entrenched they are. How difficult it would be because so many companies use their software for all of their all of their internal processes. Everything from facilities maintenance to serve actual customer facing service orders and fulfillments and every type business. And yeah, they're just not gonna Ford and whatever these Fortune 500 companies are not going to spend the millions of dollars to have some kind of AI trained to do what ServiceNow has already been doing for them for a long time. It's just that doesn't make
These
sense.
calls don't
Now,
work.
as far as what's that?
I was saying these calls are going berserk. I pulled up that I saw
Yeah.
came in May 15th. We had a block order for calls for this week, expiring 22nd, 1.6 million in premium, 100 strike. This is up. It was actually up over $100. It was at $103 on the overnight. So yeah, this person, this institution, whatever this was, just absolutely made out like a bandit. So it was at like $90 when this call block came through.
Yep.
That's a nice one to watch for tomorrow for sure. Or next
Oh
week.
man, this shit's just funny, dude.
But that's how you gotta play though. It's like no one's playing fair. That's why I like the trader daddy stuff because I'm just trying to figure out what people are buying that know something that I don't that I would never have access to. And I'm just buying what they're buying. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I have my thesis. I have the stuff I invested in the drone stuff that like makes sense to me that I want for long term. But in the short term, man, I'm playing whatever these people are playing because they know stuff, and it's not fair. It's definitely illegal. And hey, it's not legal for me to just see what they're buying. And me, I'll buy it too. I mean,
Hey,
I really
hey,
go against the game. Like this is this is data, and that's like I don't know the money calls, man. With a week to expiration, you're putting a million and a half into it. You're not doing that unless you know something. Like it's just
Yep. But just because it's illegal for someone else doesn't make it illegal for you.
True.
You know,
Yeah, to follow them. Yeah, I mean, it's like, hey, I don't have any information. I'm just doing what you're
I'm
doing.
looking at flow. I'm looking at looking at call
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
flow order and put
And
flows.
yeah, yeah.
That's why not.
And the big boys are looking at it before we are, you know. They're measuring it in nanoseconds, you know. It's and you know, how they're making
This is
money
here
on
like
the
4 or 5 million right now,
market.
by the way.
What's
This
that?
is this block, this call block's worth like 4 to 5 million. Because it was a 90% return at close, and then it's up another 5% after hours right now. If this holds, this 1.6 million is about 4.5 million or something right now, or in the morning if it holds. Just absolutely
It's
ridiculous.
a nice little weekend money.
Yeah, a little pocket change. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
to go watch a movie.
I'm not gonna miss Intel again, right? You know, with Trump buying Intel and then U.S. government investing in Intel,
dude.
absolutely crazy. Like I'm not gonna short service now, especially how much drawdown you see on the chart. I didn't. I was just looking at. I mean, it's.
But that's the thing.
Oh,
Did you hear what you just said? I'm not gonna short service now, and nobody is. Not with Trump fucking owning it and that being public. So now what happens to
Right.
this now?
Right.
Now it has unlimited
Yeah.
repo.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. This is going back to 180.
The fucking manipulation here is ridiculous. But if you're in the game already, hey, good for you.
That's the thing.
Nice, Rick. Nice.
But hey, if I can play it, I'm gonna play
Oh
it.
my god, Rick. I fucking love it. Great job, dude.
Yeah. No doubt.
Rick's feeling good right now, man. Yeah, that's holding nicely. It went to 103, came down a bit. It looks like it's finding some support overnight, and we should probably see continued run with that with all the information. I bet we'll see some call volume coming on order flow Monday morning as well. I'll be watching that one closely. That's a long stuff to play, man. I think
Nice job.
we should go to questions though. We're coming up on 2 hours, and people are probably going to bed.
Yeah, let's do it. I get up at 4 a.m., guys.
What-
I don't have any Red Bull in
Question.
the fucking house. It's gonna suck.
You're gonna need to you got to DoorDash some, man. Invest in some DoorDash. Get
Dude,
those
did they
Red Bulls.
fucking oh, that's another thing, dude. That's when I knew that private credit was gonna actually be the fucking downfall. The moment that I saw that you could fucking Klarna your fucking DoorDash. So you can buy a fucking
Yes.
Chipotle burrito and pay for it over the course of 3 fucking months. I'm not joking, bro.
I saw that.
I know that's
And while yes, I know it's important for people to eat, food is necessary. I get that. I get that. And I'm not a fucking I'm a monster, but I'm not that big of a fucking monster, right? But the
Man,
point
yeah.
is dude, why is it that we're at a point where motherfuckers might have to take 3 fucking months to pay for a goddamn burrito? You know?
That might be
Right.
It's when they're going around. They say like, "There's a bubble." It's that. It's just like, yeah, well,
Yeah.
burritos over the course of 3 months. How much is the burrito? I'm like $12. Oh, $4. It's like paying time for $12.
Yeah. Wait, what? Do you want to add a Pepsi for 62 cents a month?
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah. Something's good. Yeah, it just
So
make sure you have
sorry.
some
But yeah, let's
questions.
get to questions.
Yeah. What's your
Yeah,
guys'
any questions we
Chipotle
want?
order? What's your Chipotle order? What's in that burrito?
Dude, I'm gonna go to white rice, black beans, chicken, let's see here, corn, the green salsa, some lettuce, and yeah, no, we're good, dude. I think that's it.
We're all the exact same. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna throw some sour cream in there. We got some cheese, and then we got some pico de gallo. And everything else is the exact same: black bean, white rice, chicken.
Love it, dude. It's a good healthy meal. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It's a good healthy meal all the way around.
I got some in the fridge right now.
Oh wait, and the peppers and onions. The peppers and onions.
Oh yeah.
I love the peppers and onions on it.
What about you, Benny? Chipotle?
Oh yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind Chipotle. Yeah, it's that's good stuff, man. I had a tuna steak. We grilled a tuna steak here this evening for dinner, and had a little pico de gallo. What'd you call that? I forgot it. But that's what I had along with the
Feels nice, dude.
That stuff's fire.
it's
I love a good
and squat. Yeah, but Yeah, man. I don't mind Chipotle. I know. I don't know. Chipotle is one of Kramer's favorite stocks, but it hasn't done well since the what's that Nichols guy left and went to Starbucks.
Brian
And
Nichols, yeah.
I got my I got my doubts if he's going to turn the Starbucks,
No, he's not, but
around long term.
he's gonna make some motherfucking bank on it. The guy's getting paid like what, 90 million a year, and he gets his own private jet.
That's
Yeah,
not a bad deal.
yeah.
Nah, man, good for him, dude. It's almost as good as Roger Goodell getting fucking health insurance for him and his family for life. That is a good deal.
Right.
Health insurance is expensive, dude. I pay an arm and a fucking leg. I guess that was a bad
Nice work, Rick. Yeah.
Strike bought
Yeah,
from
nice.
278, 468, about 100. Rick, that's dope, dude.
And he's probably going to see
Yeah, that's
continuation
strong.
too. I mean,
Oh,
that's
he
going
will.
to probably.
Right.
So he's
Right.
bank.
What's the expiration, Rick?
That's some good
Yeah,
stuff.
now we want. Yeah, Rick, we're asking you questions, bud. What's the
Yeah, yeah,
expiration?
exactly. What's it?
Rick, we want to know. We need to look up the gamma on this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But hey,
That's what it does. That's Friday. Okay.
after that,
I think that's Friday,
yeah.
right? I don't fucking.
But I mean, hey, that's
What day is today?
it's a
17th.
classic bounce off the bottom if it works for real. Definitely a good value.
As we're talking about, like I said, trying to make it, let's talking about now and after hour at the same time. Is not that's the subject. We went from Intel, now we're talking about now. That's going to be, I'm sure, a trend and one that's hot off the presses. I bet it continues in 20, man. I bet.
We were talking about now in the kingdom on Friday.
Friday. All right.
I brought it up because I had heard that Trump had bought into it. So Toronto was fucking charting it out, man. Shout out to trying to make it, dude, for real. That dude has taught me so much, man. I love that guy. He's been a fucking mentor to me, man. Mad love for him, dude. Mad love for him.
Yeah, I'll probably pick up his. I know he's making some sort of futures indicator. So I'm on trading view, and I'm like, he's been doing some crazy work. I'll have to buy that just to support because it looked good. And hey, I mean, if you're making good content, that's stuff I want to support. Like
Dude,
I know that it's good. It's good.
No, the kid has he's dedicated everything, and like blood, sweat, tears. He gives it all. He's posting charts at 2 a.m. I think he might sleep between like 2:30 and like 7:30, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, he's like always posting charts and just like always sending shit, man. He's got the dedication, like you guys, you know. But anyways, and my point was that he taught me a lot. And just a big shout out to him, dude. He's a fucking goat.
No, he's awesome. Hope to see his work. I mean, yeah, he's been just he brings receipts too. Like he's been posting charts. He has the when he did the chart, when he did it, like I respect that. He's done awesome.
Yeah, man.
Jackie Land, when is it best to exit out of a losing option trade? That's a loaded question because I feel like you need to have the exit plan before you go in. You need to understand like what you want to lose. So it's like, okay, when is my point of return? Is it 50%? Is it 80% drawdown? Am I letting this thing either go big or go home? Am I comfortable losing 100% of the premium? It's something you definitely want to think about prior. And then what are you going to do with it? Like if it is down, are you going to roll it to a new strike, a new expiration date? There's a lot that goes into it. But I feel like you always kind of want to have your trade mapped out before you enter it.
But
so I think a good example. Oh, go ahead, Fish.
So I think first of all, I agree with everything that you said 100%, but I think we need to start off a little bit more basic and be like, hey, if like I don't know how long you've been trading, but if it's not been that long and you can't decide on every single trade based on the fundamentals of every single trade, then you need to just have a general trading plan that says I enter and I exit at 20% or I exit at 30 between 20 and 30% profit, and I exit at between 15 and 20% loss. You know what I mean? Just you need to have general rules of thumb if you can't do what he was just saying. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Hey, I got a question on top of that question though, because I hear this term a lot. JT and Fish, you too, but the of rolling the option. But if you got a losing option trade or it's down, going against you, if you want to roll it, aren't you selling it and taking that loss and just using the money that you get from out of that to try and put into something further out? Then
Yeah.
try and recoup your money? I mean, is so rolling is kind of a euphemism, for, taking a loss on that trade and starting a new trade. That's the way I would view it anyway,
Well, so
as
you
opposed
can
to,
roll like
you
up
know,
and out, right?
prop for this trade is moving with me. Um, I'm gonna, I'm actually gonna instead of taking, I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna go ahead and take some profit and buy it again a little further out to try and keep rolling this as a profit ways. Anyway, I'm glad we cleared that up though. That's actually when you say roll, that's actually just taking the loss and putting on a new trade. Now, the
It's
other
not
thing I
necessarily
was going to
a
ask,
loss, though,
what you got,
Or the gain, or you can,
because
if
you
you're
can get a debit or a credit. So,
right,
like, if you were like selling a call on like Ondas or something, and Ondas just absolutely ripped, so it's going up, and your call's deep underwater. You could roll it and essentially
right,
sell like a new, more like in the money strike, and then farther out, you could actually get a credit for that. So I could get paid still to roll it, and essentially like save that trade. So like when you roll up and out, if I sold like a month out on this call for like 10 strike and now it's at 12, I could roll it and essentially roll it like 3 months out at like a 12 or 14 strike. And then potentially, if it's like a long enough roll out, I can still get a credit. So you are correct. It's like you're essentially immediately closing and reopening, but you can technically still get a credit, like when you roll, or a debit. So like I have like some Honda Sleeps 2027 and a 30 strike. I'm gonna roll those. And like I will receive a credit, but not like it won't be enough of a credit, so I'll get a debit. So I will have to like pay in. But you can technically like save a position and still keep getting paid depending on how aggressive your roll is. So there's still ways to like get paid and like save a trade if you sell something way too near the money, or if it just rips up or rips down. So yeah, rolling's interesting. I met Ryan on Substack, Ryan
right
Lapierre
out
and
there.
stuff on
yep.
rolling. But yeah, rolling it's good. And there's a
Ryan,
lot to it.
So that's
Ryan LP
and
on
that's the other
Substack.
thing.
He knows a lot about that
Yeah,
sell side, and
yeah,
rolling would definitely be one of his specialties.
yeah. And so then the other thing I would add or was going to bring up would be the idea, and this is back for Jackie with the because my initial answer is as soon as possible get out of that losing option trade, unless it's a leap, and you got time to wait it through, the ups and downs, and you got confidence in the underlying for the thing. But what about putting on a hedge, by buying a put or selling a call or whatever the case might be for the trade that's going south, either at the time when you place a trade, or as a hey, this is starting to go the wrong way. Let me hedge it now and see what happens. Um, I'm ever since we had Ryan on, I've been really studying the options and thinking hard about it in a certain context and trying to find a niche. Um, but I've been thinking in terms of spreads and last week that earnings, playing earnings for Ondas, I bought puts and calls, above and below the current price. And of course, the puts after that spike, I lost the whole $900 or whatever I bought worth of puts. But the calls I had bought went up, a couple 100% and outweighed the loss on the thing. So that strangle sort of, I was the only way I would have lost is if the price had stayed more or less the same, and I didn't see any movement in the calls, and they expired, and then theta started eating into them, because they were short dated. So anyway, that's my answer to Jackie that's what's fun too about the option is the infinite combinations and ways you can look at it and all. And another thing since we had Ren on is I've been watching a lot more Tasty Live videos that are still on, and I got a whole network going on. Tasty Trade, Tasty Live. that whole brand. So anyway, that's my answer to Jackie. Thanks.
Jackie got the full scope. I mean, that's what's good.
Yes.
Everyone, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and this is a great
Anybody
stream, man.
else?
Maybe it's been 2 hours and 10 minutes. It's felt like maybe an hour.
I mean, hey,
It's like a
time
full-on
flies when you're having
Time
fun.
flies. Yeah.
It'd be fun to do like a
Yeah.
stream in the week when there's action happening in real time too. Just like with like some trades, it's like, oh, what's going on with this? What's happening with this? That'd be fun.
I could do something in the afternoons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be fun. During trading hours would be fun.
Yeah.
We got to do that. Like we do the power hour or something.
You guys want to fucking do fucking power hour? God.
That could be fun. Just we're going buy calls. That could be fun.
I'm not guaranteeing that I'm putting money in the game on power hour. I don't usually trade after. I don't usually trade after lunchbox.
It's on the table. We'll trade some top stuff.
I'll be.
I only trade in the morning.
Why'd you have to loop me in? You said the T word. You said T word, bro.
Hey,
I don't trade after like 12 EST on top stuff. Because I just afternoon me for futures. We do not work well.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So 12 to 1, I call that lunchbox. Right? That lunchtime. Like, dude, that afternoon session, dude, it's not worth trading it for me. I might watch the charts. I might listen to financial news, watch financial TV. Might go out and do some other shit, but I'm usually not trading,
So, hey, Gabriel, the resources are the zerohourgroup.com, Hidden Gems Research, Newfish Big Pond on After Hour. Yeah, there's.
And then Ryan, if we get Ryan's Substack link too, Ryan's got great options content for investors as well.
Yeah.
I think it's just Ryan LP.
Yeah, that's what
Ryan
it is.
LP on Substack.
On Substack, yeah, I know you can find him on After Hour under that. Then he can have a link for there.
Shout out to Fridge Financials on YouTube too.
Oh yeah, big shout out to
LP Options Academy.
Yeah,
I think I saw something like LP Options Academy.
I think that might be what it is. He's got something like that. That's like a mentorship or something that he has or something. Not exactly.
It's here I got it. I got it on my phone.
But yeah, huge shout out to Fridge Financials. He just got his 1,000th viewing hour on YouTube, which is pretty fucking cool. I think it's pretty cool to create stuff, and like you do it for you because you're interested in it and you just like doing it, and then before you know it, like you're like, wait a minute, other people find what I say interesting. That's pretty cool. Awesome. Let me keep doing it because other people seem to enjoy it.
That's almost on After Hour. It's like I didn't realize that my name would be Drone Daddy, and I was as a joke because I was making the work cat, and then I'm like, oh, I got a following, and oh my god, that's my name. That's why I saw that a bit. It's just like, okay, this is what we do now. That's what we do for a job. It's kind of crazy how that can change.
Dude,
it's wild.
Dude, I was new to trading, man. Not investing, but trading. So I was the new fish in the big pond of trading. And I thought maybe 5 people may want to hear something I had to say. And, here we are. Fuck. Now I'm doing a podcast with you guys. Not with you guys, as a guest with you guys. Like, fuck crazy, man.
We're going to have to bring you on permanently sometime. It's just too fun.
Bro, I'm down, man. Yeah. I love it.
It's a good time. People love it too. I mean, it's just because we get some fun trades, we get some comedy, we get some conspiracy. It's just a good basket of good stuff. Yeah. We'll have to bring the gummies. I'll have to bring some drinks next time or something too. That'll be fun. We can just get into it.
When I was doing the After Horrors podcast, man, we would all get fucked up. Like that was.
Wait, really?
Yeah, nobody could tell.
I was seeing every one of those,
dude. Hey, man, I think it's best not to have any inhibitions and just really feel what you have to or say what you feel, and I do that regardless. Most people don't. I don't know. I'm kind of fucked up in the head that way. I don't really care what people think about me. If you don't like me, fuck you. All good. If you like me, great, perfect. But yeah, man, you get some drinks, I'll get some gummies. I'll be more energized. It'll be power hour. Oh my fucking god, Sonny's gonna blow his fucking brains out having to deal with both of us.
We're gonna okay. Yeah, I mean, this is gonna have to happen. The people want it. The flying goat wants it.
Fucking flying goat.
Flying goat's been here the whole time, just loving it.
Yeah.
I'm laughing looking over at flying goats comments. Yeah, we gotta do it. We gotta do it for the people. For the people.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah, and they're like, look at the hearts going. They're going.
Oh, dude, y'all are fucking awesome, man.
It's fun. It's and especially if we get some drinks to do, we get some gummies. Yeah, it can be a fun little time. You know, and especially if one of the stocks talking about goes, 100x. That doesn't hurt either. And then you just like, yeah, we called this live. We can't say anything. The receipts were live.
There you go.
Right. Exactly.
Look at Rick, man. Oh my, hey, congrats, Rick. Great job, Fish. Making this man.
Nice work, Rick. Yeah.
When I see the trading went from 9 to 6. Oh, I know exactly who the fuck this guy is. Rick, I know exactly who the fuck this guy. Yeah, nah, dude, this guy, I vouch for this guy. I know exactly who the fuck he is, man. This guy was really fucking doing it. Yes. Oh, brother, good to see you, man. I hope you're well, dude. I hope you're well.
That's definitely the right trajectory right there.
Yeah, man. He was in live trading with us every morning, man. He was definitely doing some shit.
Hey,
there we go.
That made my 401k. So that
$1.
Started honest at $1. Jesus Christ.
Right. Oh,
you fucking degenerate.
I actually started. Man, yeah. I actually started with on this at like $1.50.
Damn.
And when it dropped, I think I sold it at $1.20 and started buying it back at 70 cents. So I'm not averse to judging that I misjudged my entry, and getting the fuck out and getting back in, if required, or moving on.
I was out at 14 and a half and then got back in too early into ONDL. That was my mistake. I was too emotionally attached. I was like a bandit. I was in under $1, got out surgically at 14 and a half, was living high in October, January. And then was like, okay, it's still going to go up. And I was like, yeah, we're making a huge bet at ONDL. Oh my goodness.
No, it did not go up.
Yeah.
I think we will go up here. We're not too worried about it, but I'm like, geez, I took a hit. There were so many good opportunities. Obviously, we're up a lot more than we ever were. But man, we were in October, January, we were up crazy. Like Wall Street bets have like crazy. We'll get back. But yeah, man, that was a run we had.
Just think of your portfolio like an Elliott wave pattern.
Yep. We're going. And honestly, because of it, in the last 6 months, we've become, myself, I feel like internally I've become such a better investor in terms of risk, entry, technicals, like learned so much. Having a background in like finance has helped, but man, trading is a different beast, man. You learn something new every day. Like it's just crazy. So it's been humbling, and there's been really high highs, there's been lows, but it's been a good journey, and we're just getting started.
Yeah.
It teaches you a lot about yourself, that's for sure.
Oh my, yeah. The future is, it was you against you, man. When it's like, I just step away because I'm like, I never became a better trader while I was in a trade with futures. And I was like, if I just let it run and didn't mess with it, it would have hit. It sounds like I got to get out. I got to cover my risk. It's like, no, just have your take profit, have your stop loss, and key levels where like price is likely to go. And it's good. Yeah, it's you against you. It's completely psychological battle. It's crazy.
Well, dude, and once you're up, like I told you guys, like I'm up on futures tonight, and so like I was like, oh cool, man, I should, I got time. I'm gonna go in for another entry. And it's like, dude, why? Why the fuck are you gonna do that? You're already up 4 figures. The fuck are you doing? No,
yeah, 142. It's like I'm just gonna get a little more today. Then I was up like at 1,500 something. Then I'm down. Yeah. I'm down 500, and I'm like, well, I got to get it back. Well, down 2,000. It's like, holy, I'm blowing the car or two doing that.
Well, but when you're down 500, it's like, no, that's a $2,000 swing.
Right?
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I was up 1,500. Now I'm down 500. So now that's actually a $2,000 swing. What the fuck? Like, dude, what does that do to those emotions that were running so high? Where's all that dopamine now?
That's right.
Just having rules. You got to have rules. You got to stick to the rules.
Oh, yep. Yep. So
that was a fun pod. This is the new record for longest podcast. I think every week we get a new record. We're at 2 hours 20 minutes.
No doubt.
let's fucking go. All right.
No
Next time
doubt.
we'll try. Next
Good
time
stuff.
we'll see if we can come up with some more shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're having
Right.
Fish on here every week. If Fish can't come, then maybe we or I can't come or Benny can't come, we'll get a guest if it's some big thing. Otherwise, let's get
Well,
Fish
dude,
on every week, man. It's too fun.
I tell you
Right
what,
on.
man. I'll tell you what. I'll drop it here. I'll drop it now. This is not a guarantee. This is a maybe. Okay, maybe for the comments section. That's all it is. Just a maybe. But maybe next Sunday I'll pop in. We'll do a little video. I'll be in fucking Alaska, so we'll do a little video. We'll do a little video
Alaska.
from fish in the pond of Alaska. Yeah.
That would be a sick stream. I wonder if we could like somehow make your camera the biggest, and then it's like, okay, we're gonna we'll tour around Alaska while we talk some stock.
Let's do it.
It'll be a busy week. There's gonna be a lot to talk about, man. Because this is gonna be a crazy week. I can already tell.
Oh, dude, I'm happy I'm gonna
Right.
miss some of it. Oh my god. Otherwise, I'll just go fucking crazy. Ah.
Alaska.
Yeah,
Nice
dude.
work.
Look at me. I'm old as fuck, dude. No, dude. I like to
Yeah.
go on vacation every 3 months, man. In all seriousness, I encourage everyone to see a therapist at some point in your life. Therapy can do wonders for you. Mental health is super fucking important. Everyone remember that. And always, if you ever need to reach out to somebody, if you're ever having a hard time with something, please reach out. There's always someone that you can't talk to. Just fucking remember that shit. All right. So there we go. So my therapist told me, he said, dude, you are already you, AKA, read into that. Dude, you're already fucking nuts. Okay. So what you need to do, Fish, is you need to go away every 3 months for like 4 or 5 days, just so you can be Fish. You can be Fish as a fucking person, right? That's weird. Fish as a person. Think about that. But no, just so I can like fucking be me. I don't have to be a father. I don't have to be a husband. I don't have to do what I do during the day. It's just me. You know what I mean? And that is super important for everyone to take time for themselves. So for me, I get to go every 3 months. I'm lucky enough to do that. I like to go on a fucking cruise that is, it's Virgin Voyages. Dude, there's no fucking kids. So what the fuck? Yeah. I don't have somebody else's kid. I'm not there with my kids. I don't have somebody else's kids. So there you go. And so I've never been to Alaska. This is their first one going to Alaska. I was like, yeah, fuck, I'll go. Why not? So
That sounds fun, man. Enjoy. And if we see you, we see you. If not, hey, if the connection's bad, don't worry about it. But if we can get a snapshot of the Alaska, whatever, the Northern Lights or something, hey, have fun.
That'd be sick. And dude, if I can't get a connection, then puts on Starlink. Because it is Starlink. Because it's Starlink.
Hell yeah.
Rick will already be positioned, man. Rick's a market maker. He knows.
See, there we go.
All right, guys. Well, thank you. Thank you, Fish, for coming on. This is an amazing stream. I'm excited for the future of the podcast.
That's all, Fish. Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
Thank you for having me, guys. This is fun. This is awesome. Like I look forward
Everyone,
to
watch now tomorrow morning. Watch now. That's the play, potentially. NOW.
Yep.
Oh, my computer just died.
All right, Rick. Write it down. ZS and now.
ZS.
Right on, guys.
I've heard of ZS.
I'm writing that one down too.
Yeah.
Rick is my quant.
Scaling up.
Rick is my quant.
Yeah. Get that in.
All right, Rick. All right, goat.
That's our new meme.
Thank you for tuning in. Silver Fox OG. Always a pleasure to see you, my friend.
That's going in the an after our post. Just randomly, Rick's my quant, no context, but only the people that were here will know what that means.
That's funny. Hey, look, Silver Fox OG has a question. Says, "Do I need to be a paid sub to see other comments? I thought I could see them earlier tonight."
Yeah, you should be able to see them. It should. This is a free stream for all, so it should show you the comments. Yeah, maybe Substack's glitchy though, so maybe I guess try reloading, but comments should be there for everyone.
Yeah,
Keep
or
on
you go out and
swimming,
come
this
back,
motherfucker.
you lose
Flying
how
goat
much more you
is
saw.
hilarious.
Flying goat. I don't know who the fuck you are, but you're awesome, dude.
Him and free baller there was killing me too. His first comments, I was like trying to keep a straight face. I look over the chat, I just start losing it.
Free baller was killing it earlier. He was absolutely fucking killing it.
I don't think he's on anymore, but that was
No,
funny.
he's not. No, but
Oh, man.
goat's been fucking just sliding him in there, just fucking needling him all fucking night. Keep on the sunny side. I'm too high for this.
Yeah, you're making me. I'm completely
That's right,
sober. I
man.
was tired. You're making me laugh from your reaction. I'm just-
It's awesome, dude. I fucking love it. I'm gonna smoke more. It's awesome.
Oh man, this is fun. I love this podcast.
Oh, also, if you smoke weed, or I'm sorry, if you use cannabis, I truly mean this. If you find that you have like FOMO when you're trading, like find yourself like a little bit of a hybrid or a sativa, not an indica,
Yeah, yeah, get a little
right? Not an indica, but find yourself
Yeah,
a
maybe
sativa or a hybrid, and in
Yeah.
all seriousness, it'll help chill you out. You know, gummies are
Yeah.
really really useful for
Yeah.
me when I'm trading futures. So
Well,
I
I'm
don't know.
sativa.
Right.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna do a test of that. I'm gonna do 1 week. I'm gonna do like a science experiment. 1 week of futures, we're just nothing, and then another week we have to test one, and we have a little sativa and see what happens.
I mean-
We'll try that out 1 week.
Look, I'm
Well,
not
it's
using
so
cannabis.
original.
It's for science, okay? Jeez.
Yeah, I mean it's medicinal. It's for my money. We need it to. I need the money to survive. It's for health.
Dude,
So, yeah.
I have a card.
Right.
I have it for like I don't know, something or other. I don't know. It's on my card, something.
Oh, all right, guys. I hope everyone has a great night. I got to get to bed. I got to get. I got early morning.
It's 11. Let's roll. I got 5
Man,
hours.
It's only 10 where he's at.
No, dude,
Yes.
it's 11. It's 11 p.m. for me, dude. I got 5 hours till the market opens.
Well,
You're gonna be up early.
yeah, me too. I'm
Last
saying
thing.
it's only 10 where JT is. Yeah. But no, I
Yeah,
enjoyed it. It
I'm
was a good
having-
stream. I appreciate everybody.
I appreciate everyone coming out, man. This is a great time. I'm excited to fish on more. It's gonna be good. Good luck to Rick. Hey, Rick already made it. He's gonna be laughing at us as we're trying to make some money more. He's already positioned. I'm gonna
Rick's already
Yeah,
having
we're
a good
chasing.
Monday.
I'm gonna get some
now and
crazy
GS.
calls now tomorrow, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we'll see. We'll see. The heat map's saying to buy, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
it's good
thanks,
group.
Silver
Good
Fox
crowd.
OG.
All right, guys. I'm gonna close it out, and thank you all. That was a fantastic stream, great viewer count, man, and this is a good time. So that did not feel like 2.5 hours. That felt like an hour. So that's gonna be fun. Let's see if we get fish next week from Alaska, and if not, we're shorting Starling.
There we go. and Rick is our quant. There we go. We
Rick's our quant.
takeaways.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to my girlfriend later. She's Rick's my quant. She's like, "What are you talking about?" Because she doesn't know what I do.
Right.
You're fucking weird.
Right.
Ever since you joined that app, you're fucking weird.
Yeah.
Doing any fishing in Alaska?
Gotta answer Rick's question.
Actually, dude, can I just get this in real quick? Because this is so
Yeah.
fucking dope. I think it's gonna be fucking awesome. Rick asked if I'm doing any fishing in Alaska. Yeah, dude, I'm getting off the fucking boat and then I'm getting onto another little boat and I'm going fishing for fucking rockfish, cod, I think cod, and some wild salmon, dude. And then we're going right back to the fucking shore and skinning it, filleting it, and fucking cooking it on the fucking wood fire on the fucking shore. Like fresh,
Nice.
wild caught fucking Alaskan salmon cooked right there. Like doesn't get any fucking pressure.
There's nothing better than that when it's fresh.
Like, dude, I'm
Yeah.
fucking stoked. Yeah, I'm stoked as shit. If you're dude, if you go on vacation, enjoy yourself. That's the way I look at it. Don't go on vacation just so you can get away and have to
Yeah.
watch your every penny that you're spending. Go away and enjoy the fuck out of yourself.
Absolutely. You gotta get some pics
Go on
too.
vacation. Huh?
Make some pics.
Hell yeah. Hell
And
yeah.
let us know which fish the guppy like the most. Can the guppy eat fish yet, or is it still baby food? Or
Dude, Guppy is very temperamental about his palate, is the way that Yeah. So no.
Catch up a chicken tender, some mac and cheese or something. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's not even mac and cheese, bro. No. Okay. But chicken tenders, yes, that's what he had for lunch today. So, yep.
That's
Yeah,
what
that's it. But no, dude, the guppy does not get to go on these trips. Fuck no. This
Oh,
is
wait,
just
true. You said that. Yeah. This is just
Bro,
the thing. Yeah. Guppy.
these-
Yeah.
these trips are for fish. These trips are for fish, so that fish does not go insane or not more insane.
Hey,
Right,
insanity
right.
is what's so good. That's what makes these podcasts fun. You
Dude,
do craziness. That's why we like to have it, man.
insanity is the spice of life, my friend.
Well, I'm gonna bring some next week. I'm gonna get some strong little IPAs, and we're gonna have a little bit of time.
I fucking love it.
As long as you're on, we're gonna get something Alaskan something, and we're gonna have a good time.
All right, I love it, dude. Either that or just get some weed, Alaskan Thunderfuck. That's
I know a guy. It's my friend's name.
Seriously, if you've ever had that strain, Alaskan Thunderfuck, it's a fucking great strain. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Anyways, at this point, we could do a whole nother podcast on cannabis. Believe it or not, I know this may shock some of you. When I was 16 in high school, my psychology teacher was our mind-altering substances week, and she started talking about weed, and I raised my fucking hand, and I was like, "Actually, you're wrong. Here's the fact." She was like, "Whatever." She went on. I was like, again. And on the third time, she looked at me. She goes, "Do you want to come up and teach the class?" I looked at her. I said, "Well, I'll do a better job than you will." And she was like, "Okay, come on up then." I thought I was just like fucking around. I was like, went up and I taught the class for the rest of the fucking period. After class, she told me to hang back. She was like, "Yeah, you don't get to take a midterm anymore." And I was like, "The fuck you? Oh, fuck me." I was like, "Excuse me?" And she was like, "Yep." She was like, "You think that you're so good?" She was like, "I saw you today. You're actually pretty decent. You know what you're doing." She goes, "Now you get to put together a lesson plan. You get to teach my class for the rest of the week. That's your midterm."
That's cool.
Right.
I was like, "What the fuck?" So yeah, we could do a whole podcast on fucking cannabis if you want to. I'm multi-talented, dude.
We talk about it all. We have to give the best tickers though. That's how many people come. You have to give them the tickers that makes sense.
Dude, for cannabis tickers, PLNH, man. PLNH, Planet 13, dude. I love that store. Great company.
That's a good one.
And it's dirt cheap, and those stocks will always be dirt cheap until reduced from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3. As soon as that happens, all of those cannabis cannabis sector stocks pop.
So just hold them long. Put a little thing in there. It's just a little hedge in case it does. You just buy it and let them sit, and maybe it goes.
Yep. Yeah, dude. I own PLNH. I also own YCBD as well. Like you said, they're the yellows. You know, they're the yellows. They're the what if stocks. For set it, forget it. Why not? Nobody, dude. 20 years ago, people didn't think cannabis would be as widely available as it is right now. Right?
Right.
So who the fuck knows what's going to happen in 10 years?
That's what's more playing the market too. Because I mean, whoever thought Intel was going to come back? Look at it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'll tell you who didn't think Intel would come back. The guy that sold Intel at $24.
Right.
There was a guy though that he put his whole grandma's retirement on it, and he is living a large now. That one 400% or something. Like,
but you know that Wall Street Bets asshole sold.
Oh, for sure.
You know he
like
sold
70, 80. I'd be out of here.
$1,000 at least.
Went up to like almost 140. Like, nah, and they were at it at 100 because like at some point you got to take profit, or you got to have a trailing stop, or else you just never made. You haven't bet that big. I was good with Onblitz, and I got him too quick, and it's like I should have just stayed out, let it run its course. But yeah, he's out for sure. I want to leave that story. I wonder what he's doing now. I'll definitely in the next pod and see if we can get an update.
Love to hear it.
And it was awesome that the chat was also just active tonight, man. It was great. Fish brings the chat out, man. It's awesome. I love when we get questions. I love just having convos with the interactive stream. That's just such a good time. Yeah,
All right, we're gonna do this then. Chat next time. You expect more from me. I expect more from you. You can fucking do it, chat. I believe in you. You can do it. We got this. We're a team. We can do it.
We gotta clip that and then play it at the start of the next stream, just to get the people that they gotta hear that. I'm gonna get that clip. We're like, hey, we're gonna play this, guys. And like, go. And it's like, yeah, let's see the chat.
Well, dude, when chat's engaged, it's better for everyone, man.
It is, because it makes content. It gets talking points. Then they don't hear us yapping the whole time. You know, it's like they can. Then we can actually get some dialogue going and get the people what they want to know for answers. I mean, that's why they're here at the end of the day.
Exactly.
That was a good time. It's fun. It's fun too.
Hell yeah. All right, guys, it is 11:09 my time. I really do need to cut this.
Okay, we're gonna call it here. We're calling here. Hey, Fish, we'll see you in Alaska next week. I'm hoping. And
I'm hoping too.
Thank you, Benny. Me and Benny got a lot of stuff going behind the scenes.
Right on.
Talk about that later. But yeah, we got another interview pretty much lined up here with one of these big companies that work on behind the scenes. So watch out for that too.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yep,
I'm
looking
actually
forward
going
to
to
it.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace. Enjoyed it, everyone.
See you guys later. Have a great night.
Right on. Thanks again, Fish.
Guys, that was fun.
We'll talk for you next time, boys. We'll see you.
What's up? All right, man.
I said we're gonna say a lot from everyone next time. Fish needs the chat going, so we're gonna see the chat going.
Dude,
Oh,
yeah.
my eyes, man. Oh my god, I'm like how fast up.
Bro,
It's gonna see you next time.
Bro, clip that, and snip it in next time. You're smart. I can barely turn a computer on, man. So
I'm gonna have like like give me some music, and then I'm gonna have this comments from Fish, and then it's like chat's gonna go crazy. It'll be a fun time.
I love it, dude.
Let that flying goat.
I told my wife, I was like, I need like intro music or something. She was like, what? I was like, no, just when I walk in her room.
Do that. Bring on the phone next time the walk up music, just like something like WWE, something crazy, where it's just like you're coming in ready.
Dude,
we can do a lot of fun stuff with the implement. I mean, there's a lot of fun things we could implement.
Dude, but what would be fun is to make it shit that nobody would expect, like Miley Cyrus party in the USA.
Do it. I don't know. I gotta think of something crazy. I don't know what it would be.
I'm serious. Like, who would expect that for, or some like "Call Me Maybe" from Carly Rae Jepsen or something?
Oh God!
You know, people are like, "What is going on here? What?" You know.
You do the walking music, and I'll come in with like a Spider-Man costume or something. Just something random. It's like, we got walking music here, costume.
I like it.
Then he comes in wearing the deer or something. I don't know.
Wearing the deer. Yeah.
Just get wild with it. Just get fucking wild.
Oh my god! All right, man. I gotta run.
Right, yeah, let's. We got market. We got Monday coming. All right, guys. Appreciate all y'all. We'll see you next week.
Have a good night, everyone. Peace.